coming up. Doo 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 doo. And let me preemptively turn the game down a bit. So that it's like underneath our voices.
Okay.
And then you let me know how that sounds, if you can pull it up and look at it and hear it.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm watching an ad.
Yeah, it's fair. This is still a
I
bop.
might have to change my key binding because spacebar is also the pause button.
Ah, true. Yep, it sure is.
Numpad 0. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
It doesn't sound echoed to me. Because,
Doesn't sound echoed.
It's yeah, it sounds fine.
Sweet. Here we go. We're doing it.
We're doing it live, boys.
Just doing it. Just jumping into it. Let's just jump into it. Yeah. What up, dude? How you doing? Welcome to here. We're about to do some more regular high school stuff. All right, so this should look good and sound good. It shouldn't be overwhelming. It shouldn't be all jumpy. We should be able to hear David. It's a beautiful thing. You got Monster Hunter Rise and you can't stop. My issue with Monster Hunter Rise is that I couldn't get into Monster Hunter, so I'm afraid to spend money on it. I'm afraid to get it and then start to play it, and then everybody will be like, well, you just gotta play it for 30 hours in 3 months and then you'll get it. Then you won't be able to stop. And I'm like, do I want to invest my time like that?
Absolutely not. No, you don't.
Nice and smooth. Thank you. Yes. All right. We're going. I don't know where we're going. It's Saturday evening. I assume that I have to sleep.
It's Friday evening.
Well, yes, for us, but not for Ren Amamiya.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well then.
Your first Monster Hunter. Dude, listen. Maybe it's the type of game for me. Sell me on this game. Sell me on Monster Hunter. Make me want to buy it.
I could tell you that I enjoyed Monster Hunter World, but it's just Monster Hunter Rise I'm hesitant about because it's on the Switch.
Right. I'm more prone to play it like on the Switch than I am on the PS4. Which is weird because like it used to be because I go out, but now it's just because I could walk around my house with my Switch.
Hi, Dan. The chat is delayed for me because I'm not necessarily on the same stream setup as Marcus, so if you don't see me respond to you right away, I apologize.
Can't do it. Selling is not my bag. Big axe. It turns into a sword. Then I hit monster. Okay, but see, I need more than the system of you go do a mission, you come back, you level up a little bit, you go do another mission. I need more than Assassin's Creed 1. Because
be a bard.
I'll lose interest. Which is weird, because I think I have patience. I think I have like JRPG patience, you know? And if the story helps with that, if the story doesn't grab me, I'm like, well, what am I doing here? You know? My gremlin brain sees a monster and I go, I want to hit that. Okay, that's fair. I would also want to hit giant things with swords. But I think I need more. It's weird to even say that. It's weird to say that I need more because,
Marcus, we both know that you would just use the hunting horn because you want to be a bard.
Can you bard in that game? That doesn't even make sense to me right now. How do you bard?
There is a weapon called the hunting horn, which is a giant horn that you can play notes on that will buff your teammates' damage and other stuff, and it will also buff your own damage, and you basically smack people with the horn.
Okay, so you're a support?
Yeah.
Is the whole game multiplayer?
You can choose for it to be multiplayer, but you don't have to have it multiplayer.
And then again, on the other hand, I feel like it's one of those things where if I don't just do it, I'm not gonna get it. You know, I'm not gonna find what I'm looking for. I actually have to like throw myself in the gameplay. But then I'm like, man. On the other hand, I have Pokemon Snap now, and it's gorgeous and it's delightful.
I have Returnal, and it's terrifying and horrifying.
Now, that's the game with the lady in space and she has to keep reliving the same day like it's Groundhog's Day?
Basically, what happens is that you play as Celine, an astronaut who crash lands on the planet Tropis, and there is some sort of power going on with the planet where the cycle of life continuously gets reset. So whenever you die, you get reset at your crash landing on the planet. And when you crash land and you go back and you, like, after you die and you go back to the crash landing, the entire environment changes. So whatever routes you were taking before were completely different and gone now.
So that's what makes it roguelike. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's less roguelike than it is roguelite, because there are a lot of permanent pieces to it, but it's a lot of fun. It's very horrifying though. It's like a psychological horror built into a roguelite.
Oh, now see, that's where you lose me. I can't. Psychological horror is like kryptonite to me.
So one of the first things from the game is you find another astronaut dead on the planet, and you go to check its ID, and it's your ID. It's you. Like, you can see past versions of yourself.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to Psychopaths, what is it?
I can't tell you that because I don't know anything about Psychopaths. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, I couldn't watch Psychopaths. Psychopaths was too much. I can handle scary, but it's also scary plus all the things that attack the empathicness of my heart, and I'm like, you know, I'm good. I don't need this in my life.
I think the thing about Returnal so far, because I haven't played a lot of it, but what I've seen so far is that it is more like subtle psychological trauma than it is like sudden jump scares.
Hmm.
Because the way it is that like you're creeped out, but you're not terrified.
Okay.
So it's like this weird hybrid between the two, where it's like, oh, there's a creepy astronaut following me. Oh, that's my house from Earth. What is it doing on this planet?
And you slowly just lose your sanity.
I have no idea yet because, again, I haven't been able to play a lot of it. But
Right, it like just came out.
yeah, it just came out today, and it's a PS5 exclusive. It's the first like standalone AAA PS5 exclusive, because the other PS5 exclusive was Demon Souls, which is just a remake. Whereas Godfall was ported to PC, and Godfall's getting a PS4 port apparently. So
Demon Souls is just the first Dark Souls? Is that what that is?
I believe the Demon Souls PS5 is just the remastered Demon Souls from which is the first Dark Souls. But Dan knows more about the Souls games than I do.
Oh, Dan just says yes. Okay. So if I wanted to start a Dark Souls adventure, if I wanted to jump into it and try and, go through it, I would want to do Demon Souls, or do I want to go back to, older, doesn't look as good, but it's first?
From what I understand, you could technically start with the PS5 Demon Souls.
Well, if you have a PS5, which I do not.
You have to have a PS5.
He's singing me a song, but no one is singing it.
This is my song, and I'm singing.
Listen, I felt it. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 have connected stories. Demon Souls stands alone. How is Demon Souls... Demon Souls was a PS3 original. Oh. Okay. So I was thinking that it was Dark Souls again. Got it.
Demon Souls was like what created Dark Souls. It's not necessarily part of the series, but Demon Souls and Dan can tell you if I'm correct or not, but I think Demon Souls spawned Dark Souls.
Okay. Does that mean that it gets increasingly difficult from the first one? Like, the first Dark Souls 1 is the easiest, quote unquote, and it just ramps up?
There's no such thing as an easy Souls game.
Well, yes. Oh, I think this is where I work. I think I should go to work.
I'm pretty sure some people say that Dark Souls 1 is actually the hardest.
Right. I was thinking, like, it's either it ramps up in difficulty, or the first one is the hardest because it's like the controls weren't all there. It was their first time doing it, No difficulty in the gameplay of Souls. It's all just Souls, huh? Souls 1 is the hardest. Oh, okay. And I'm not one for, like, video game punishment, but, like, I'm interested in the phenomenon that it is. And through
you don't want to be a masochist in your video games?
I'm not necessarily that. But, like, when we were playing, we played through Bloodborne a little bit, and, like, I just didn't know what to do. It's not that I felt helpless, but, like, when you play and then you get other people to play with you who know everything, and they're just running and they're slaughtering and they know where to run and whatnot, I just feel like I'm like, all right, it feels like a Disney ride, that you're being guided through.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because, like, that's how I feel about the Monster Hunter series, is that you'll run into a situation where you end up playing with people who have been playing the game for so long, and then you're just kind of there for the ride. Like, you're not really doing much, you're just there for the ride.
But if you're doing it by yourself, it's not a ride. It is it's survival.
So I finished my class this for the semester, and I was actually doing something. I was doing an exam yesterday, and I just started to like check out halfway through the exam, and it was on the minor prophets, and I got to Jonah and the whale, and I was like, I decided to dumb down Jonah and the whale for my friend because we make fun of it all the time. And I said, Jonah says, nah, I don't want to go to Nineveh. God says, bet, here's a fish. Jonah says, okay.
Nice job.
Oh, I didn't do anything. Okay. I'm sorry. I was like paying hardcore attention because I was like, he wants me to memorize orders and whatnot. I didn't do anything. I just attended work.
Oh yeah. Eventually you'll have to memorize orders for like other times, but the first time that you work there, you don't have to memorize the orders. But the next time, you're gonna have to memorize the orders.
Okay.
All right.
Let's head back.
Dan,
and I don't know if you saw, but the speaker was there.
Dan,
like,
if you want to gush, I can let you gush. It would just take a little finagling.
What?
And then I ended up in the book of Habakkuk for the final part of my exam, and I never realized how ironic and funny it is, because Habakkuk was literally, God, look at all these wicked people prospering. This isn't fair. And God was like,
seems pretty
bet
rough.
Chaldeans, they're going against Judah. And Habakkuk's like, wait, no, that's not what I meant. Bet the Babylons, they're going against Chaldeans.
I don't know how to feel about you inserting bet into God's lexicon.
God, we need more exotic animals. Bet, here's a horse with a long neck.
Dan, it's already done.
Oh.
If you wanted to, I would love to hear your Dark Souls perspective. Maybe I could shake this off infiltrating the palace. At the palace. Wait, what palace? Oh, the past one. I thought she was talking about it like we were already involved in one. I was very confused.
Oh, you didn't know you've already made it to the 7th palace?
Yeah, I blinked. God, we need to escape Egypt. Bet. Have some locusts. No, I'm not subscribing to this.
God, we can't swim. Bet.
I can't. Hey, don't you think the atmosphere at school is kind of different now? You mean with no being Kamshita and nobody talked about him in the open like this before? That's true. Wish somebody just thank us for it. But we're incognito. We can't be out in the spotlight, then it won't work for us.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to ever see it coming.
We can't make the theme song a liar.
Speaking of blinking and watching the game go by, there's actually a game that does that now, apparently.
What?
There's this game where if you blink, you progress the story.
What?
Yeah, it's set up to like eye tracker, and basically the eye tracker is there so that every time that you blink, it'll catch it, and it will like fast forward through the story. So you'll end up missing parts of the story if you blink.
That's crazy. Oh no. I'm gonna say
Yeah, that
something
would be, like-
controversial. Oh, I didn't know Royale had different music.
Oh yeah, Battle Royale or Persona 5 Royale is pretty good. And its music is a lot better in my opinion too.
Better than Last Surprise? I really like Last Surprise. I really like the first song. Everything they do in this, I'm like, I miss when there was more jazz in anime.
Well, that's the other thing is like the only thing better than great is amazing. So like it's just that everything's great.
Wait. Saw it on the fan site, heard about it at school. Anyway, there's a guy at school whose bullying has gone too far. I want to help the victim, but that's impossible for me. Went ahead and posted the forum and the Phantom Thieves, that the Phantom Thieves are coming through for him. I mean, you already changed the heart of that stalker, so this should be a breeze, right? Listen.
Hi, Dan.
Dan.
Is it working?
Tis working. Royal is one of the only pieces of media I gave a 10. Shut up. What? A whole 10?
I give it the same.
Dude. All right.
Same.
I'm going to get through
Thank you.
this and I'm going to try Royal and we'll see.
The nice thing about trying Royal is that there are parts of it where, because it is like an updated version of this game, you can fast forward certain scenes and you won't miss anything because it's just the same thing that you have already done. But then there's also other scenes inside like everything that you've been doing because it's adding like 2 extra characters to the game.
What's up?
Xenoblade 1 and Little Witch Academia. You're mixing media now, unless you're telling me there's a Little Witch Academia game, in which case I'm like, what? What is it like? That was a really good show, though. All media. Oh, got you. I need to go back and watch that again. I really liked it. I watched that because of you. It's your fault.
You did this to me.
You've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
Let's go.
Yo.
We need better media.
We
Bad.
do, honestly. So, Dan, tell me about your Dark Soulsiness. Tell me what I need to know.
Where to begin? It wouldn't be a. We can't start with the lore. It's too deep. Gameplay wise, like I said in the chat, difficulty is in the gameplay
All
because
right.
most things about it are geared towards physical combat. Like if you run in with a sword and shield, you're gonna get hit, like no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So like the game's easy mode, as some people will put it, is to definitely go as a spellcaster, either like a mage or a pyromancer or a priest, essentially. Like one is miracles, one is fire magic, and then the other is like just regular magic. And it starts off kind of weak, but by the end of the game, you could literally like summon a meteor, essentially, if you can find the right spell.
Which I would like. I would like that.
What?
I think you might do good as a mage. At least in
So you can argue it's not 2 deep, it's 3 deep.
Oh no.
it's 3D.
Or is it 1 deep?
Well, I mean, the dark is in all 3 games.
Wait, the Dark? hold up. You saying something like that changes my whole perspective on what this game is. Dark Souls, as in one entity named Dark owns the souls?
No, not at all.
Okay.
There is the Dark Soul, which gives you your humanity in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
It can run wild and, corrupt you, turn you into basically a demon. But there are also actual demons, which are birthed from the Chaos
The loins.
No, not the one.
I'm gonna
Chaos
make him
Flame,
pay.
which was the second attempt at creating, well, actually, it was the first attempt at creating or recreating the first flame.
Yep.
Okay, so here's my question about this lore. Is this all stuff that you pick up throughout the game? Or is this hidden behind finding things like in Final Fantasy 13?
It is definitely both of those things.
Oh, okay.
Because you'll get, for Dark Souls 1, the intro cinematic explains the state of the world well enough, kind of the before history. The intro is very much a brief summary, but it gives you the idea. It tells you that the first flame kind of just appears, and then that's when the world, starts to go crazy. That's when humans come into being and other more powerful humanoid-like things.
Mm-hmm.
Then dragons get slaughtered. Not to spoil everything, but it kind of happens like that.
People die, things die, everything dies.
Well, pretty much.
I assume that's just what the game is. Yeah.
There is lots of death.
So,
But
quick question. Is this thing that I'm doing right now with the bully, is that in Mementos? Is that what it's about to tell me to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that quest well.
All right, I'm gonna bust loose.
I hope I'm prepared for it. It says it was D, just like the other one, so I think it's fine.
If you're
Yeah,
like
you'll be fine.
I just went through the game with the free personas that you get in Royale, and
Joker.
I had so much fun using them. So the
Okay.
game was kind of I gimped it definitely in my favor, but I still enjoyed the heck out of it.
You could technically go pick up more of the DLC personas if you wanted to, Marcus, because remember we originally said that you were going to pick up some per palace, but in reality, if you want to just be able to beat anything, you can just take all of those personas, or at least the first couple handful.
But yeah, the issue with that is, the thing is, the people are really connected to my magic, and it'll be gone, and that's bad, right?
Sometimes, yes and no. It's
Well then.
really dependent on your level, because there are level 99 personas or stuff, and obviously they've got really powerful spells, but they can't take more than a percentage of your SP. So you could probably get away with like a level 50 persona at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to pick up one of those DLC personas that was like around level 50.
Okay.
And the thing is that it'll one-shot so many things that you won't really have to worry about your magic levels, because you'll be done everything basically.
Well, I mean, if that's the best way, then I'm about it.
Be cautious about using physical attacks.
Right, because that's your health.
Yeah, the physical attacks are a little bit trickier, because sometimes, like you've seen it with the cross slashes, that takes a decent chunk of your health, but you'll be fine.
The Reaper is extremely powerful. Engaging it in battle is not advised. They said that in red. I don't like it. If you hear chains, leave. Oh gosh.
Follow that advice.
Until you're level 99, and then you can one-shot it.
So what is? I just have to find. It's just going to be the same thing. I have to find a dude. They're all asleep.
Ow, ow, ow! This road's so bumpy. I can feel it.
It's a free opportunity to ambush them because they're asleep, so they can't really do much. But also, you got to keep an eye out because they might be different personas that you haven't seen before.
Oh, right. That's true. But now I'm super paranoid about chains and a Reaper.
It takes a long time for the Reaper to actually show up.
Okay.
You'll know when we need around.
So there's no security alert in Mementos. That's good. It's weird that he is the bus, but he's also not the bus. Like, he just walked down the stairs with us, and the bus was on the track. Okay.
You can hear a bunch of voices in the window. Huh?
Yes, go in here, because it looks like where we were before. I can use logic, right?
Do you have enough skill points?
Good
Oh.
point. I think I'm still milquetoast, so I don't know.
Still milk toast.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere
go.
not being milk toast.
Hello? Oh, it's theirs for not standing up for themselves. Oh.
What was that?
You're the lowest of the low. Best thing about Royal, they changed Memento's theme after the second floor. Yeah, I remember you saying you didn't like this music. It is different compared to everything else. Whoa. It's adorable.
Until it eats your soul.
No, please don't do that. Didn't do anything wrong. Okay, but you're a bully. So...
Persona.
we're just gonna do the thing.
I deal with life in different ways.
Evil touch? Uh-oh, what does fear do?
It stops you from being able to attack sometimes. Like, it's not like a guarantee you won't attack, but there's a chance that you won't.
What button was it to check? Oh, analyzes L1.
I don't see a weakness.
Yes.
Alright, well, it didn't do anything.
So this shadow is actually a version of a persona called Jack Frost, and from the name you can assume he's weak to fire.
Alright. In which case, I'm just gonna guard. Yes. And guard again, because our fire is our female.
And which character did you choose to romance in this game?
I haven't. I just assumed that An likes me.
Let's go.
No, I was asking Dan, because Dan.
Oh.
Anna's a good friend, but I went with Makoto,
There.
if I remember her name correctly.
I don't know if that's somebody I've met. Better pick Hifumi. Who's Hifumi? All I can think of is the Danganronpa Hifumi, and I'm like, I don't want to romance Hifumi.
Yumi's not a main character, but she is a shogi master.
Oh. I remember, I thought you liked Sai. Sai? Is that her name?
Romance side.
Persona.
Just hit him. Just do the thing. You can't romance Sai. Bummer.
Rush it. Come.
Just
I'm
hit
gonna
him.
be honest, I'm pretty sure a lot of us would romance Sai if we could.
Oh.
Because people are weird.
I think out of everybody that I met, it would have to either be An or the doctor, maybe?
It's a step forward.
I was all on board with the doctor, but then the doctor was like, I'm gonna, feed you pills to see what happens. And I don't like being a test subject.
But it increases your guts.
Now I'm even more charming.
Oh, good.
Emmy was also a good choice for a lot of people. Like, I don't know what it is, but people really like the doctor.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. A lot of people have a goth phase.
What?
I mean, just like Raven from Teen Titans. Come on.
I mean, yeah, people are all about Raven. Raven's my favorite. I was never like, she's attractive.
But yeah, favorite character.
Oh, wait a second. I hit a selection and I realized I didn't read it. Maybe it's
I
fine.
don't think your selection matters for these types of things.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the entrance because we done did it.
Basically, just tell the person to shove off and be better.
Got it. Hifumi's 10-star confidant skill is so good. How long does it take to get that many stars?
At least 10 or 11 hangouts.
Oh,
Or more.
but they don't always, you can't always hang out with people.
Right.
Not always. And it takes a lot of micromanaging to get everybody to a 10-star confidant, but
Mhm.
it is.
Okay, so you can do everything in one playthrough.
Technically, yes, but it's 10 times easier in the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, you really have to know the game, I think, in order to get everything done in one playthrough.
So you said that there was some sort of confidant thing in if I go to work. Should I go to work or should I do something with Sojiro right now?
You can't go to work because you went to Memento.
Ah, got it. So I will talk to Sojiro.
It's my favorite guy in the whole game.
Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to. There's a pollen warning. Should I be scared?
That just affects certain things in Mementos. Like, it's the reason. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why all of the guys were asleep in
Mm.
Memento, because they're just drowsy from the pollen warning,
Okay.
as most of us are.
Yes.
I wouldn't know. I've been inside for the past, 7.5 weeks, so my allergies
Really?
have not been affecting me.
I mean, oh, Makoto. Oh.
That reminds me.
There
There
she
you go.
is.
Oh.
And you'll see why I chose her later on.
Oh,
You'll probably be able to understand exactly why Dan and I would choose her as our romance option.
But right now she's being sneaky. She's being the mole. The principal's like, look, I need you to go sneak and you need to see what's going on with these people. And she's like, ugh.
To be fair, she's just trying to be a good student and try to get into a good college. It is her senior year in high school, so she's kind of pressured to do a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. I
Oh
feel
my
bad.
goodness, it is tacos. How you doing? I almost called you Strength, and then I was like, now I gotta reevaluate my life whenever I say your name. Yo, what's going on? As described as the tale of the Haiki. Oh no. I was hoping for Strength. Okay, cool. By the way, sympathizing with the losers this week is a magistrate's patronage. I can speak. Been regretting the name change. Sometimes you gotta go through a change. A change is okay every now and then. Uh-oh, he's asking me a question. Who do you think is the origin of the term magistrate's patronage? I was half paying attention to your lesson, sir. No! Ah!
No.
I didn't mean to click that. I was just progressing through your...
Sorry, pal.
Man, this is just like school. I knew he wouldn't get it right. This is the first thing I got wrong.
Yeah, but remember what nation and high school you're in.
You know what? You're right. Oh, man.
Yep.
So my intelligence is right around where it's gonna stay, I guess. Wait, I can go to the library and study.
Your intelligence is milquetoast.
No, I don't want to be milquetoast. Oh wait, I'm getting an IM. Hold on. You got plans today? I was gonna study.
You should probably hang out with him.
It's gonna tell me. I'm in the hallway. Let me know if something comes up. Ryuji hasn't gone home. You want to hang with him? I'm gonna fail this test, but we're saving the world and I need us to be friends. The power of friendship.
You're not going to fail the test because of the power of the internet.
Well, okay. I like that.
Yo.
Because I have all of the test answers saved in a tab.
Yes. Coming in clutch. I love it. I can become closer. Oh, yeah, we have to do this. Oh no. I don't think it'll deepen yet. But that means if I don't do it now, I'm going to have to do this later and it still won't.
Yeah.
All right.
Between each star, you sometimes have to do multiple.
That's fine. Let's go somewhere fun. Because we trained last time. Somewhere with good food.
And that's the other important part is that there are certain hangout spots that will get dialogue to happen, and that will increase the chances of you getting your confidant.
Thank you for the host strength. I appreciate it. We've already been to the ramen shop that he likes though. But there's literally nowhere else to go.
So then just go to the ramen shop again.
Am I supposed to be walking around at night and like finding all of the places to hang out?
No, not really.
No, it just
A lot
comes
of-
up.
A lot of the places come up as the story progresses, but you can also read about them in books on the train.
Ah, yeah. I've only read like one book on the train because I'm always standing up. This is real life. This is... It sounds like something I would say.
Bet.
All right then.
No. Maybe. I'm okay with saying bet. It's when you insert it as biblical wording that my brain is like,
You're back.
I am back. Wait, I have more text messages before I talk to you.
It's
Exams are coming
probably
up soon.
Ryuji saying, "Let's study."
But like, that's what we could have did today. We could have studied and ate food. Do you want to study with Ryuji? Wait, now?
Yeah, some last-minute cramming.
Okay, hold on. If I go study with him now, am I still going to be able to read this other IM from...
No.
No. So I should decide later, read the other IM, and then come back to him.
Yeah.
Got it. Bully changed. Her got calmer. Was it you guys? Am I like still like playing it off like he doesn't know? Or should I just be like, yeah, we did it?
No, he knows.
Okay. I guess we'll just leave it at that then. More intel, more things I can find. All right, cool. Now I'll go study, I guess. That's a huge help. Sweet. All right, so I still get to study, so it's all good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why didn't we go to this place? We could have hung at this place.
Because then you would be bored in the house board.
True. See, I can do these questions that are like, what should you do? How do you cheer somebody up? But when it starts asking me about feudal Japan, if it wasn't said in Rurouni Kenshin, I probably don't know it.
Sounds like you need to play Ghost of Tsushima.
I wanted to
And
play
watch
that.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. I have started doing at least an episode a day, and I just got to the point where, wait a second, he sliced the rock in half, and then he got a sword in an episode I saw, and it turned black, and then
So you're in his first mission.
yes, he went to go fight somebody who was like teleporting in and out of the ground, and his sister broke out of the box and kicked somebody, and I think it ended.
Yeah, that sounds like episode 5.
I think. So like, is it just me, or are the episodes in Demon Slayer like a weird, they end weird, right?
They do definitely end weird. There's
It's-
not like a clear cutoff point, like where you could tell, like with like Naruto or Bleach or something.
Mm-hmm.
It very much just stops.
Yeah, it's like it's not a self-contained episode, sort of like Pokemon, where things are wrapped up at the end, and it's also not really a to be continued. It's as if the episode just stops.
So you wouldn't even say it's just a cliffhanger.
No, it's like some third option. You know?
Like they
Time
cut
for exam.
a seamless episode in 2 to make more episodes.
This answer's optical illusion.
It looks like it connects to B. Optical illusion. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, we can do this.
Oh, I have a cat that's also could give me the answers, but he won't. She won't. They won't.
He's got to make you smart.
Visual information
Oh.
is the next answer. And then brain. And then
Brain.
Big brain.
They have different cognitions.
Yes, they do. How the brain interprets is the same visual data. One perceives the world differs from person to person. That sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, that was the whole exam.
For day 1, yeah.
Oh. Oh. What was I saying before? Demon Slayer. Yeah, the episodes end weird. The thing that keeps me like interested is they finally gave like what it is he's supposed to be doing, because up until like last episode he's only been reacting. You know, he doesn't have a clear goal, quote unquote. It was like, I need to save my sister. I need to do this now. I need to do that. My sister tried to kill me, blah, 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 blah. But now, all of a sudden, the master is like, so one, I hypnotize your sister so she won't hurt people. Two, your sword is black. We don't know much about it, but it's supposed to be for people who are bad. And three, you have missions. So now I'm like, okay, I see what's going on now.
Straight to patronage.
Yes.
Ooh, we can do this.
Just as a small correction, the black swords are not for people that are bad necessarily. The master states that they're for people that have not gone terribly far in the organization. So they like people that get those black colored swords tend to die early.
Right, okay.
Name of a sum,
Name of a saint.
name of a sum of currency.
Oh.
Ooh, we can do this.
Yeah, in my brain that translated to, you're not good enough.
Well, in fairness, he does start out rather weak.
And I thought his sense of smell would play a little bit more into it than it has.
Wait for it.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Okay, class, let's get started.
I have to
The
watch.
answer is ignorance, and then the final answer is 4.
Ignorance.
Yes, ignorant.
Ooh, we can do this.
The least number of colors. Oh yeah, I remember us doing that in class, and I was like, I don't know, man. Colors.
Ooh, we can do this.
4.
Doom, 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 doom.
God, we need more exotic insects. Bet. Here's a yellow bug that stings people.
Stop! I can't. Oh, and my camera's acting up again. Do you see it like turning me yellow? What is going on here?
I do see a little bit of yellowness.
It's weird. It's something with the. Let me see. It's something with the color correction, but I keep turning it off and it turns it back on. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, that looks a little better.
I looked up and I was like, why do I look sick? I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, then before I knew it, it was morning. Oh, I know that feeling, man. It happens.
You got games on your phone?
You probably spent the whole night studying. I have not spent a single night studying in this game until we were sitting together at the table. Brain's tiny.
What was that?
I've been slacking on my anime, and I realized that when it was like the end of 2019 when somebody was like, Demon Slayer's good, and then I blinked and people were talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, which I also haven't seen at all.
I still haven't even finished the last season of My Hero Academia, so I'm even farther behind than you.
Oh, I am. So I read it, right? And I'm here, which is like spoilers for My Hero. If you don't know it, mute for like a second.
Oh my god, that guy got off.
They are studying, they're fighting each other, and it has to do with this girl right here.
Fine. Come on.
Right there. She got thorns or something. It's after some other stuff happens. It's hard to talk about it without spoiling it. But like, I've got that, right? And I have up to book 27. What is happening?
It's the stalker boy I was telling you about.
When have we seen this boy?
At least once before.
Hey, are you sure it's him?
Say hi to
or
Yusuke.
Are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Not
There's something you
Urameshi.
want.
You're a bitch.
You are the one stalking me.
My mom.
Stop.
Hot take.
It's outrageous.
I know you.
My hero is not that good.
Since the train.
That's because.
This is Matt Mercer?
Stop. Yes, it is, but
My goodness.
I'm gonna go
I
mute
had
for a
wondered
while
why you
and
left the
power.
car. So this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
Okay. Sure.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice.
So yeah,
the
that's
calls
Matt
from
Mercer.
That's
Central.
100% Matt Mercer.
Goodness, I caught up to you.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute,
be the model for my next art piece?
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Matt Mercer does not sound like a high school
Do you mean
student.
that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning
No,
Japan
no,
the
not
other
at all.
day?
The very
And
same.
Any of
it's really
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super
What'd you say, Dan?
famous Japanese-style artist who's
Do
been
any of them
recognized
really?
all over the world.
I think those two do.
But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
No, it's tough because hearing some of these voice actors in other shows and media
I'm sorry,
just
Sensei. I'll be
throws
right
off
there.
that perception.
That old guy's Madarame?
I feel like my perception of what sounds, you know, legit and what doesn't is all over the place because, like,
Please come by.
other than Speed Racer, my first anime was like Pokemon and Sailor Moon. And Sailor Moon's English dub, I guess, has set my brain. So, like, I can allow more, I guess you could say. But Matt Mercer sounds like a grown
It's
man.
easy to read as a book.
No
You're
question.
not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will.
We get to a way back machine and remember some of these cartoons that we
Look at the time.
watched
I'll
growing
see you
up.
later.
You remember Totally Spies?
Dare he go after Lady
Yes.
Anne?
I didn't watch it, but I
Memorize
remember it.
That face of yours, Yusuke.
Oh. Okay. I thought we would get a little more Yusuke screen time before it was like, and who was that guy?
Who's that guy?
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth.
I mean, that's
So be
fair.
it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. How
Oh?
did you discover such horrible deeds that were hidden all these years in such a short time?
Oh, okay, wait a second. Say hi to Matt Mercer. Blah, blah. It would take me a long time to get the beef with my hero off my chest. I have a lot built up. Oh, really? I can say that I enjoy it, but it's not like my favorite. It's this generation's Naruto. I mean, like, at its core, that's what it is, right? They were just like, let's make it superhero. It does cool things at times, but it's not like, whoa, it doesn't give me Yu Yu Hakusho vibes, right? I can't give it like a whole lot of praise. It's just really, it's, you know, it's good for what it is, right? Or is that not even true? Is that what you're feeling?
I at least think that My Hero's good like that.
Really?
Nice, just solid piece.
Okay. Do you feel like it's in like your top 5 anime?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
possibly. Because I forget where I was reading in the manga. I think I might have been further ahead than you,
Fine.
possibly.
Let's suppose
I don't
that
remember.
people's hearts
It's
can
been
be
a while,
changed
and
by
the app I was reading it on no longer
Ooh.
exists, so I lost my place. But, I mean, I was pretty happy with where the story was.
Okay.
My Hero's not in my top 5.
Yeah, it might be like a top 10 for me, but top 5 is... That's something I'll have to think about.
Yeah, it's hard because I was on Facebook and somebody said, drop your top anime. And I was like, you can't just ask me that like out of nowhere, right? You can't just throw that on me. But I was like, if I had to rattle them off. What?
Persona 5 anime.
If I had to like rattle them off, my brain would go instantly to Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin. I love them. I really like Fruits Baskets because where Rurouni Kenshin and Yu Yu Hakusho are over here in the action-y. Well, Yu Yu Hakusho is over here in the I'm definitely a tournament kind of anime. Rurouni Kenshin is like the middle of action and also slice of life romancy, quote unquote.
I was a Ronin Warriors guy.
I didn't get into Ronin Warriors. It was on, but I didn't watch it, you know?
It's on Tubi, if you ever want to. They've got both the Japanese and the English dub version.
Out of all the all the things that I have access to, Tubi isn't one of them. I've never been on Tubi.
I'm only on it probably to watch that and a few other older anime.
Trust me, this is an hour-long rant. My feelings burn a bit deep. Ooh. I didn't know My Hero hurt you like that.
Yeah, for real. I feel that way about Shuffle, but let's not go there.
About what?
An anime called Shuffle, but we'll get there.
Oh dear. Uh-oh. Everything else sort of falls underneath those three. Because I can't even think of what they are right now. And I know I like anime and I've watched it, but nothing really breaks through what was those three to me.
So if I could rate my top 5, Yu Yu Hakusho is up there.
I see.
Probably number 1.
Yeah.
Fine. Continue telling me
JoJo
about Madarame's case.
is up
Keep it
there.
concise and only of the truth.
I can only guarantee that Yu Yu Hakusho is number 1. I can't guarantee where all the other stuff lies.
Right.
But JoJo, Ronin Warriors, and then it just came to mind. I just lost it. Darling in the Franxx is probably number 5, actually.
Okay. I didn't give it a chance.
Then there was another one that I had it, and now I lost it. And I had it again, then I lost it again. And I can't recall which one it was.
It's over. How about you?
I'm feeling confident.
Oh wait, now I remember. It's the only mainstream anime in my opinion that's in my list, because I don't consider JoJo mainstream, because when I watched JoJo, it wasn't mainstream.
I don't think it's mainstream still. I think that the memes are mainstream-ish. But you still kind of have to be in the know.
In my top 5 is One Piece.
I am not letting this
One
end as a
Piece.
one-hit wonder, okay? There's no point in getting antsy, though.
I can't do it.
I know. So why don't we go
I
play
can't get into
somewhere?
One
We still have
Piece.
some money left
I
over from
can't.
the other day.
I don't expect anyone to be able to get into One Piece at this point.
I can't
But
do
for
it.
me, like,
Don't have that
One
much
Piece hits
left. Oh, right.
hits
Where
at
are those
home for
tickets
me
to Madarame's
because
exhibit?
the
Wait,
pirate
that's
era
tomorrow.
was one of my favorite
Don't tell me.
parts of history to
Was it
study,
love
Mhm.
at first sight with that
to the
Yusuke
point
guy?
where I even want to write
not
my
like
own
that.
pirate fiction novel. So
Okay.
it's
Of
like
course not.
pirates
When I was
are
watching that special on TV,
like
his
one of my
artwork was pretty
favorite
nice.
topics.
Plus, we got
Gotcha.
free tickets.
So you have a connection to it
Besides,
already.
this
That
could
makes
also
sense.
be
I
related
get
to what
that.
we heard in Mementos.
Madarame was
Not to mention I have spent a quarter of my life probably watching 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
That's fair.
That
That's kind
aside,
of,
what
well,
should I do about the
I feel like
others?
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z
Wanna
is
go
my like,
appreciate some fine arts for
this
once?
is just in my life. This is a part of the culture I have grown up.
I suggest
to
we
be a
all
part
work
of.
together. Appreciating
much.
the fine arts builds character.
Not that it isn't worthy of being top, because like you throw on, you know, that peaceful music that plays in the background of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, etched into my heart and soul. It's great. But I feel like a lot of my top anime are ones that I can go back to and I can rewatch over and over and over and over again. And I find myself skipping a lot of sections of Dragon Ball Z.
I feel the same way.
But it's weird because I also advocate for regular Dragon Ball Z over Kai when Kai gets straight to the point. But I'm like, but you're missing the baked in goodness. The stuff.
You still need to watch Super, don't you?
Still need to do what?
You still need to watch Dragon Ball Super, don't you?
I do. I haven't seen anything past Golden Frieza. Which
Not Frieza.
probably is different. Frieza is the same voice actress as Genkai, and I love that.
Yep. That's why I prefer the original.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Can we talk about how, as much as we love Yu Yu Hakusho, the final season of it was probably the worst season out of all of them?
See, everybody says that. Everybody says you need to just stop after the Dark Tournament, and I'm in the camp of no. You're hooked by then. Watch all of it. I love all of it, no matter what. And it's even better because, like, yes, the Dark Tournament is so good it's etched into your brain. But when I get past that point, it's like watching it all over again. It's like I don't remember what happens.
It's not that I don't want people to watch the last season. It's that I just think that the last season is the worst.
The Chapter Black arc was pretty solid.
Yeah. It's like the Black videotape arc or whatever it's called.
Chapter Black.
How would you feel if you reversed them?
If I reversed them, it wouldn't make any sense because the power scaling would completely throw me off.
I think the problem with reversing it is the Mozuko form would then become a more apparent thing in the rest of the series.
Okay, yeah.
The Mozoku form is just too powerful.
The power leveling kind of locks it. Okay, so what if Yusuke's journey, quote unquote, doesn't change? He still gets to his strongest, well, where the story ends. He still gets there in the last season, but he needs to be that in order to beat Sensui. What if?
My thing is that the idea of fighting the former spirit detective was not a bad one. I think that it should have happened before the Dark Tournament saga, but without the Mozoku form being a thing.
Do you want them to reboot it and bring it back?
Absolutely not. They'll ruin it.
You don't want to see the child of Keiko and Yusuke?
No, absolutely not. They'll ruin it.
Dang.
Don't even get me started on my hatred for Boruto.
People really don't like that.
The thing is I don't hate Boruto the show. I hate Burrito the son.
Dang. Tough life.
Because the thing is that Boruto as a kid is better than his father as a kid. He was able to learn shadow clones easier, make more shadow clones without the demon chakra, the Nine-Tails chakra. He was able to make more shadow clones than his father could when he first got it. And he mastered a Rasengan in, I think, 3 days. Whereas it took Naruto 3 months, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
And not only did Boruto master Rasengan, he implemented a whole new chakra nature to it that nobody's ever seen before. And the kid is still so lazy that he chooses to cheat in his Chunin exams.
Dang.
That's why I hate Boruto.
So, is that his issue? Is this an Aang and Korra situation where Boruto has all of the strength, but he needs to learn how to be a likable person?
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees
No, it's just like he's a likable person. His issue is that his father's never home for him
Yeah.
because his father's the
You really
Hokage
came.
at this point. So
Right.
it's like
What'd you expect when you left
uh,
us those tickets?
where Naruto never
Make sure that
lived
you
with
don't
his
get in the way
Hokage
of the other
parent.
visitors.
Boruto is the reverse,
show you
where
around.
he
I'd like to speak
has
more
to
about
live
the picture
with
I'd like
his
to draw, too.
Hokage parent
Well,
not being
see you
there
guys later.
because he's just so busy protecting the village.
Will Lady
Gotcha.
Hunt
And
be
so
alright?
he
What if he drags her
cheated
behind some painting and
because
tries
he
something
wanted to
funny?
get acknowledged by his
I
dad,
told you not to come
but
out.
he could have been acknowledged by
Are
his
we really
dad
gonna appreciate
by
the
just
fine arts?
doing
Can't we just
his
go
own
home?
jutsu.
Yeah. But he has to learn that. He's a kid.
I don't care. I hate burrito.
Dang.
I guess we should do a quick pass through at
Does
once.
sound a little rough, story-wise.
Which way are we supposed to start?
I haven't I know of things due to like video games and just being around the culture, but like I have not myself watched
Your imagination. You have such
and paid
expansive
attention
style.
past
It's hard to
a certain
believe that it all
episode in
stems
Naruto
from
about
one
the
person.
pig.
Where in the world
I
does
think
all
it
your
was filler.
inspiration come from?
Tauntaun, we're counting on you is definitely what it's
It is
called.
rather
Definitely
difficult to
filler.
put into words. They
Well,
naturally well up from
spoiler
within
alert,
my
we
heart,
saw Kakashi's
like
face.
bubbles rising one
Oh.
after another in the spring.
Boo.
Naturally, you say.
Did you really see his face or was it a joke?
No, we actually saw his face. It was very anticlimactic.
Dang, that's sad.
My atelier is a modest shack,
You know,
but it
the
is
only
more
thing
than
about his
enough to
face was that there was a
pursue
beauty
true
mark. That's it.
A shack.
I
All
see.
that and that
So the
mask
act
and
of
all that,
emptying one's
just for
mind
nothing.
gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist
Sasuke becomes a really
Madarame.
funny character in
You would
Boruto.
understand
I'll admit
if you
that.
saw it.
Becomes funny?
Because he's trying to be a dad at one point.
Something-
Madarame-san is actually here.
I don't know how I feel about funny
I'm
Sasuke.
so glad I came on.
But then again, because I didn't watch, I didn't see any character development past angst. So
So there's this one episode called Parent, or I don't know what it's called, but it was basically parent-child festival day, where Sasuke ended up coming back into the village because he roams
Usually one
without
concentrates
going
on
into
their
too
own
much detail.
style.
He's not really.
However, Sensei creates
He's welcomed in the
all
village,
this
but he
by
chooses
himself.
to atone for
He's
his sins
special.
by not being in the village.
There you
Mhm.
are, Yusuke.
But
Sensei,
he comes home and he wants to spend the
girl
day
from
with his
yesterday.
daughter,
Are you enjoying
Sarada,
the exhibit?
and
I don't know how to put it into words.
he's failing
really
miserably
amazing.
at being a dad
You're
because
sensing something from
he's
the
like-
artwork. That
his
alone is
daughter's
enough to
12
give us
now,
artists
and he
satisfaction.
sees like
I hope this
Naruto
becomes
giving a
wonderful
piggyback
piece,
to
Yusuke.
his 3-year-old
Well then,
daughter,
if
and
you'll
Sasuke
excuse
tries to
me.
imitate Naruto, and just gets on the ground to
I
try to get
imagine
Sarada
artists would be
to
difficult to approach.
take a piggyback
He
ride,
seems
and
really
it doesn't work.
friendly.
And then
Okay.
Kakashi comes out of nowhere with makeout tactics and says, "Here, use
This
this
it.
to
The
be
painting I wanted to see
to
in
bond
person.
with your daughter."
This one?
I guess it's the
I was on board and then you said some crazy stuff.
And it didn't work.
Yeah. Who would've figured?
A cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece.
I get that.
Something wrong?
Can you, real quick,
Mind me.
I have a question that's completely unrelated, and I do want to ask more about anime, but can you catch me up because I was paying attention to y'all? What's going on right now?
Yusuke invited on to an art gallery exhibit where his
that old
art is
lady
being
totally elbowed me.
being
Thanks
like
to that,
shown.
I remember now.
Yusuke is the student prodigy of a famous artist, and he wants Anne to be a model for his next piece of art because he's struggling to find a muse for his art. And he gets annoyed because you're the main character and Ryuji show up to the art gallery too, and he doesn't like them.
Okay. Okay. So what about On?
Let's not worry about it for now. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
So, in summary, exactly what Aaron said. Art.
Art. Got
You
it.
got it all wrong.
Lots of
We
art.
got dragged into this huge crowd and anyways, you gotta look at this too. This
I don't like the
post
way
is
he's
talking
holding his
about
phone.
Madarame.
He's like,
What's it say?
You don't like
A
it when
master
people
of
hold
the
their phone like
Japanese
they're L?
arts is trained to
No,
replace
I kinda
people's
hate it.
work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
That's an anime that's in my top 10. Death Note.
Ah.
Think much of it when I
It was
first
very
saw
low
it
on my
during
list, and then I
Shaq and
watched
Madarame
to a
training.
certain point, and I was like, okay.
His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He
I guess you
treats
could
them
technically say
inhumanely,
Avatar
as
would
if
be on my
disciplining
top
a
10
dog.
list too. If you consider it anime.
Plagiarism.
I'm back and forth with that.
If this is
Because I'm like,
it'll be a huge scandal.
it was produced, it's an American production, quote unquote, but the art was done here and in Korea, so like it could
In
be
that case, it's
an
possible
anime.
the Madarame we heard about in
It's
Mementos
definitely
is related to
anime
someone.
influenced,
A man like that
so
doing such a thing?
Code Lyoko is my #1 anime.
I wonder if we can ask that
Oh,
sheriff
no.
earlier about this. Oh,
sadly the only thing that is great about that right now is the theme
How are
song.
we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all?
I'd
What
say
is
the
that?
normal
Mementos?
2D animation's still okay.
Besides,
The
if we make a
3D
move out in the
animation
open,
is awful.
there's the possibility that Madarame
Castlevania is good. I watched the first season. I haven't watched anything else, but I was like,
Hey,
this is
what do you
gory,
think
but I
about
like it.
Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
He do seem suspicious.
I know, right?
Talking about
this
Bet.
all fits
I
way
would say
too
that
well to just be a
Castlevania is pretty
coincidence.
solid. I would avoid
If this
watching
post is legit,
Dragon's Dogma. though.
ain't this
That's
the
pretty
kind of
boring.
target we've been waiting for?
Yeah, I wasn't interested in watching
Oh,
that.
yeah, but is it really
I was
true?
also not interested
By the way,
in
what did you do
Seven
about the
Deadly
whole
Sins,
modeling
which everybody seems to love.
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info
It's
and
got
the
a
address
killer
to his
soundtrack.
sensei's atelier.
7 Deadly Sins is very hit or miss because if you can't get over the first couple episodes, you will
Huh?
never enjoy
You want me to
the
model
show
tomorrow?
because
This is too sudden.
there's a lot of unnecessary sexualization going on in it.
Oh,
Mhm.
But
that's what you
then
meant.
once you learn the connection between Elizabeth and Meliodas, you start to understand why,
Okay.
but still it's not necessary.
Still, you're like, oh, huh, okay.
There's also the new Yasuke anime that came out on Netflix that I need to start watching.
I'd never heard about it before now.
Well then.
So Yasuke is the first and only black samurai
I believe so.
Oh.
during the Nobunaga's era of Japan.
It was short.
It was this man was brought over, and Nobunaga was very confused because this was the first African American he'd ever seen.
Oh yes.
And so he took an interest in him and named him Yasuke, and he eventually became one of the top samurais of Nobunaga's reign. They were even going to make a live action movie about Yasuke with Chadwick Boseman being Yasuke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're still going through with it, but they have to recast, obviously.
Here's a question.
Right.
Which is sad.
I would look forward to it because it's interesting, in my opinion. So I would like to see.
Apparently, 47 Ronin is getting a sequel finally.
Really?
who created the piece which sold for the highest price back in the 20th century?
Van Gogh.
It gave me Madarame. So I was like, am I supposed to know your in-game things?
No, it's Van Gogh.
Oh, not bad.
Thanks, Mr. Ennui.
Thanks, Mr. Internet.
Did you know that? I had no idea. Maybe he's actually smart.
You need to Van Gogh. You need to show this woman you love her. Bet. Here's my ear.
And you know what? I think it might have been just like that. You know, in their own language.
All right.
What is bet in that? No. No, I don't want to think about it anymore. He was like, verily.
Hey!
Talking King James.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my unrelated question, because I'm gonna forget it. I titled the stream a White Stripes song because that song reminds me of like high school. What are your like top 3 high school songs? Like, this is what I listened to in high school.
No!
That is an interesting question.
Mhm,
I forget. A lot of it was Skillet, to be honest.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of Skillet and Linkin Park in high school. And I still listen to a lot of Skillet.
Was it their Whispers in the Dark album?
I think, but I want to say, no, it was the Awaken Alive album actually.
Okay.
That I listened to most in high school. I listened to Comatose a lot in middle school.
Hey,
Comatose was so good. That was when that's what introduced me, I think. And then I like, for some reason, went backwards and listened to their like Alien Youth stuff.
Yeah, what's really funny is that I use my iPad as my alarm to wake up in the morning, and I have set my alarm ringer to Comatose.
Mhm.
So it's just really ironic that I'm waking up to a song called Comatose.
A good laugh in the morning is a good way to start the day.
The problem is that it makes it very difficult for me to ever listen to the song Comatose ever again, because I just associate it with waking up in the morning now.
Aw. You got alarm status. That's sad. Another song for me would probably be the Real Big Fish cover of Take On Me. A friend of mine was like driving me from school one day, and he threw that on and a 9 Inch Nails song. And when I knew it, he was like, "You know rock?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my friends where we were sitting in driver's ed class, and this is around the time when the Monster music video for Skillet came out.
Mhm.
And it was featured on MTV back when MTV only showed music videos in the morning.
Oh, remember music on MTV? Yeah.
I know, right? And my friend was like, "Yeah, have you heard the song Skillet by Skillet called Monster?" And I'm like, "Yeah, did you know they're a Christian band?"
Yeah.
Like, "No, they're not." Like, "Yeah, they are."
Yeah, they're in the they're definitely more in the spotlight for other things than being labeled as a Christian artist.
Because they're doing what I think Christian artists should be doing, which is not staying in the bubble,
Mhm.
because the bubble doesn't outreach, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
Like, if you get stuck with being called a Christian artist, you're kind of just stuck in a bubble where you're not going to really outreach to anybody.
Mhm.
Whereas Skillet is touring the world with Avenged Sevenfold and other bands like Breaking Benjamin and all that.
Yeah. Switchfoot.
Push the Christian band too.
Mhm.
And so, it's like Switchfoot, Skillet, Colton Dixon, all those people, I think, outreach a lot more with not being stuck in that bubble. Same thing with Owl City, technically.
Owl City. Yep.
Christian artist in a secular music industry, and so it's like, I think that they break that barrier, which it's harder for the Christian rap world now, because
No one
people just
sneeze
think
or
it's
we'll
an
blow this house
oxymoron.
down, okay?
They do think that. And Lecrae gets a whole lot of dumb thrown his way. And so does Kirk Franklin, to be honest, because Kirk Franklin is heavily gospel,
it's
but he
Donnie.
works with people who are not. And people don't like
really
that
do
for some
live
reason.
here.
And I'm like, shut up.
Hakamaris.
If I recall
You
correctly,
two are
Chance
here
the
as
Rapper is
well?
also Christian, but he's
Hey,
working
sorry,
kind of
but,
like the same way Owl
we ain't
City
here to
is.
talk about the
Mhm.
modeling thing.
I don't know anything
Something I
about
gotta
him, but
ask you.
that sounds
Is it true
like something that could
Madarame's
be true.
plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
You'll have to send me some of their
Are
work
you
because I have
serious?
no idea who you're talking about.
We read
Ooh.
about it online.
What are some of your musical roots then, Dan?
I don't know if I really have any, to be honest.
Preposterous.
That-
I'm thinking back to
Not
my high
only
school
is the
days,
plagiarism
and
impossible,
I
but abuse. If he
can't
hated
really
children so
remember
much
any
to harm them,
specific
he would never allow
bands
pupils into his
or
home.
music.
And
that I
I'm the one
listened to aside
residing
from,
here
like,
and studying under him.
anime
I'm saying
soundtracks,
it's not
probably.
true. So
I
it's
mean, that
beyond
counts.
doubt.
You might be lying about it.
I just can't
That-
think of which ones.
That is utter rubbish.
I don't know. I can't.
I had
can't
no
really think of
family
any
when Sensei took me in
specific
and
bands
raised
that
me
have
into what
stuck
you
out
see
to me
now.
over the years.
Gotcha.
If you continue to ridicule the man
I was actually
owe
that
my
way
life
too,
to, you will
back
rue
in,
this day.
Middle school,
You
when I
really
was
think
first
that?
starting middle school, I didn't really have like a taste in music.
What's
I
the
didn't
matter?
really
I heard
listen
you
to much
yelling.
music growing up.
These people are
But then I went to the
slandering you with
Creation
baseless
Festival, and
rumors.
that changed
Forgive them,
because
you
that's when I
scared.
was introduced to Skillet
They must have heard some bad rumors
and
came in worried for their
David
friend's
Crowder
safety.
Band and all this other stuff. And
Understood, Sensei.
I started
Well, even
listening
I
to
doubt
Thousand
that a
of
cranky
Crutch.
old
And
man like myself
Mhm.
could be liked by everyone.
really, the only reason I started listening to these
That's
bands was
not what we
because of the
meant.
explosions that happened on
I'm
stage.
sorry to have butt in on your conversation.
Fancy.
However,
It's
I
really
do have
wild for me to
neighbors
even
around.
think
Won't you
that
please keep it down?
that people don't
Now,
listen to
you'll listen
music
to
at the
me?
volume that I do. So like I'm always like, all right, well, what did you like
was
this from this genre and this
disturbing,
from this genre? And sometimes people just
Sorry.
don't connect with music that way. And then I'm like, oh
I
right.
think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting.
I think I could.
It's his
just have to
maiden
give it a
work,
while.
as
I
well
gotta
as his most
acclimate.
representative piece. It's
And then
titled
there's like the
Sayuri.
subtleties, though. Like there's the
Sayuri?
subtleties of
This was the
different
painting that
songs in
inspired
different
me to
movies that we
become an
grew up
artist.
with, like the Ivan Ooze
So
Power Rangers
beautiful.
movie. Like
Mhm.
that
I
ended
don't know
with a
all this
Van
fine
Halen
art
song.
stuff, but even I
that,
can tell that this
like,
is impressive.
It's that subtlety
When I
where
first
it's
saw
like,
you,
oh, this
I
is a
felt the
nice
same
song.
powerful emotion as when I
Wait,
saw this painting.
Van Halen?
Me?
Yeah, Dreams.
I wish to pursue beauty like this.
No way.
I believe drawing you
Yes,
will
way.
be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider.
Shut
the offer.
up. I didn't know it was Van Halen.
Took the time to come all this way, but
See
I
what I
must
mean?
assist Sensei
It's the
today. I
subtlety.
hope that
It's
we
the
can discuss
subtle
this further another
moments
time.
of like some of
If
these
you'll
shows
excuse
and
me then.
movies that we grew up with, where it's like we don't appreciate
Those
the
two
music in them,
seem like nice
and then we just get
guys,
super
don't they?
surprised when we find out it's like
Maybe
Van
the
Halen or
Madarame
something
we
like
heard
that.
about in Mementos
Like
That's
all
amazing.
the Linkin Park songs in the
Man,
Transformers
I always
movies.
thought we found a new target.
I didn't
too.
see any Transformers
How's the
movies.
Nav?
That's okay.
Oh,
Hey, the app.
was it picking up our conversation? This
Uh-oh.
display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right?
Music and
But
shows.
why?
I can't help but think
Madarame,
of like
plagiarism.
Ned's Declassified
and then
School
Shaq,
Survival
huh?
Guide. They used some
These seem to be
songs
the
from
keywords.
Green Day
For real
as
though,
like
what the hell's
soundtrack
going
for
on?
that. So
Does an old man like him really have a palace?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
picked
but
up
a
American
person's
Idiot
name
while I was
and
in
the
college.
All that's left is the what that
Now I'm trying
Madarame
to think.
mistakes
that
the
up when I was
shack
like 8
for
years old.
to enter the palace. You mean like how
That was
Kamoshida
just
thought
part
the
of
school was his
high school
castle?
for me too. American
That's
Idiot.
right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
I never really listened
It's
to
a
it
bit
that often,
sudden,
but I
though.
remember it most
Why
from
don't we
when I
start
was a
with
kid.
castle?
Hmm.
Then
I think
what
the
about
first time I
prison?
heard TNT
Ah,
by
what a
AC/DC,
pain.
it was
J-
in
where
the
else?
Tony
Dan
Hawk
Brennan's
Pro
got
Skater
front
4
office.
soundtrack,
Might as well add
I
farm.
think,
Not a single hit.
if I'm
Should we
remembering
come
that
back
right.
another time?
I
A
played
building
Pro
that's
Skater
related
1,
to artists.
which definitely had
If we
its own,
think from there, what would it
selection.
be?
Yeah.
of which like I think I liked maybe 3 songs out of it, but still.
Now I gotta look that up. The Tony Hawk soundtracks introduced me to a lot. Pro Skater soundtrack. I forgot that they remastered 1 and 2, and I still have not gotten it, and I'm sad.
I haven't gotten it either. I just I have too many games to play at this point.
There's a lot happening right now. That's true. Dead Kennedys, yep, from the first one. Superman by Goldfinger from the first one. Very good. And then the rest of this, I probably have to listen to it to know that I know it.
Yeah.
But then, like, Pro Skater 4 had, it went from TNT, and then I think it also had something that was like, why is this here? Why is this part of this soundtrack? But it was all over the place.
Definitely depends on the level.
Bouncing Souls, NWA. Oh yeah, it had Express Yourself. I was like, oh, okay. But I knew that before.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like much of a skater soundtrack, admittedly.
Right. That would come on, and then it would have Skate and Destroy, which is like, okay, I expect this to be here. Oh man, I missed that game. So just a heads up, I think that maybe a little bit before summer, I'm not sure if it's going to be a spring or a summer thing, but I'm definitely going to hit retro games hard, because I've been like real into it, and I really wanted to get into some of them. I've been watching a lot of awesome retro streamers like Strength is a great retro streamer, and I can actually try and test my shout out thing. Hold on, will it work? Uh-oh, can I do that? Oh no, I'm shouting you out, dude, because you are a great retro streamer, and I spend a lot of time over in your streams, and it has inspired me to start doing some retro game stuff. Know what I'm saying? Hey, and my shout outs work. Yes. I'm definitely like, I wanna walk through my games that I grew up with, starting at like NES stuff. So people who know me know this because I probably say it all the time, but my mom, when she was pregnant with me, played Super Mario Brothers, and she would like scream every time she died, and my dad would be like, stop, you're scaring the baby. And like, that is what is attributed to me liking video games, along with, you know, me my mom was like going into labor, and she was like, no, I have to watch the Grammys and I have to figure out what's going on. So that's also why I like music. But anyway, like, I was going to start with Mario and then go into like the Impossible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game and Zelda. And there's this game called Astyanax, which is like Astyanax or something like that. He's a Greek soldier or something. There's like a cool game about that on NES, and I just want to do my game progression through the ages, you know, playing games that are way older than me to now, and I gotta do a retro game thing to do that. So I'm planning on doing that soon. On top of that, alongside of it, there's going to be a specific day where I am working on 100% run of Final Fantasy X, because over on the Pixel Archive, we are podcasting and playing through Final Fantasy X for Caleb's first time. So while I'm just sort of guiding him through it in his first time, I'm going to be here 100%ing it and making myself sad.
Have you thought about giving Spiritfarer a try?
Yeah, I do want to try it when I can buy it.
Fair.
It's awesome that your mom played. Yeah, she could do video games as much as, you know, people at that time could do video games. My dad loved Atari, so he had an Atari, and I think it was a 5200, and there was Breakout, obviously, and Pong. We didn't have ET. I was sad about that, but it would be behind me right now, but our basement flooded years back, so it got destroyed, and I was like real sad, because that stuff would have been so cool to have. But yeah, I think it would be awesome to go back and do some retro stuff.
By the way, the answer to this question is a museum.
Oh, thank you.
Forgetting navigation? Whoa, really?
Finding the next palace, basically.
Right. So I'm picking up on the things while we talk, but like apparently they found a rumor about him not being cool, and they went to talk to them, and apparently they seem okay. They're good at hiding whatever's going on, I guess, because he still has this museum palace.
Yeah, so you're gonna find out some very key like story points in the first like few minutes of you being in this palace, and you'll see like what exactly Madarama is really all about.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
So another important question is Tekken or Street Fighter?
100% Street Fighter.
Those are fighting words.
Oh, extravagant.
Dante loves Tekken,
Scotty.
but
It's
when
a
I was
museum,
younger, my
right?
cousin had Street Fighter, so I was able to figure that out. Tekken is a different kind of mental,
Just
like,
how Kamoshida's palace
my
is
buttons
capped.
have to do this at this time or else I'm
Madarama's
vulnerable.
artwork is on display
And
at museums in
my
reality
little,
too, though.
you know,
His exhibit was
4-year-old,
popular.
5-year-old,
People
6-year-old
already
brain was like,
respect him.
ah.
Fantasize
So I
about
just,
a
you know,
museum.
I went to Street Fighter where I could actually do something with Chun-Li.
Plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try
See, the
looking
first
around. Racking our
first
brains
fighting
here
game
won't
I
do us
played
any
was Tekken 3,
Right.
and I played Yoshimitsu.
Ain't a museum
And,
a must for Phantom Thieves?
So basically, I just cheated, but I was also like 7 at the time, so it's
Yeah.
like my
All those old
7-year-old
man's
self was like,
fans were super strong and all.
"Yay,
That has
spin,
nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
helicopter
Just
sword,
look at that insane
Mhm.
crowd.
And then on top of that, there were other games. There was Link to the Past. There was my first
Yes.
experience with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. My first fighting game was Smash Brothers Brawl.
I'm so sorry for you."
What? How is that your first? Wait a minute.
He's young. We are old.
Shh, don't say that. Don't say that out loud. Wow, Smash Bros. Brawl.
Awkward part, you guys are older than me.
Shh.
I'm old.
You're not supposed to say that either. I wasn't allowed to have games as a kid. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to even think what was out besides Smash at that time. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3? You didn't play that?
Best
Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi ever.
Right?
Budokai Tenkaichi, yeah.
Great, yeah. I had that for the Wii. That was a lot of fun.
Try playing Call of Duty on the Wii. It's crazy.
I can't play Call of Duty at all. I'm too colorblind for that kind of game.
Well, in the campaign, it's basically just push your control stick forward and hold down the R2 button. But in multiplayer, it's like running around with like a chicken with its head cut off.
Jeez. You weren't allowed to watch Oh, well.
Oh.
Well, okay. Fair.
Sounds like
Fair
you have some
point.
studying to do.
No. It's not that your childhood was barren. I won't say that, because Dragon Ball, if it wasn't on Toonami, has some moments that you're like, oh, is that what they did? Because Goku, they really play up the fact that Goku has no idea not only what women are, but he's completely isolated to him and his grandpa. So they purposely do the whole, like, I'm going to put Roshi in your life. So, like, they were like, comedy ensues, which honestly is not good for a younger audience, if you really think about it.
To be fair, because of the college setting that I was in, I met a lot of different, like, people with different upbringings. A lot of them were not allowed to play or watch Pokemon, and they were definitely not even allowed to play or watch Yu-Gi-Oh either.
Dude, I'm here. I'm just lurking and typing a paper. Strength, you do what you need to do. I appreciate you being here. If our dulcet tones are helpful at all, that makes me happy. Mega Christian parents. I wasn't even allowed to watch Cartoon Network until 12. Okay, so I get that. My when I was going to church in I don't even know what year it was. It had to be like 2000 or 1999, right? Pokemon was out, and I was like, I need it. And my mom was like, okay, got me Pokemon Blue. After that, the church began to have thoughts about the pocket monsters and how they may be demons. And so my mom was like, all right, you can play the game, but you need to get rid of these cards. And I was like, oh. And then Yu-Gi-Oh happened, right? Literally summoning demons at some points. So my mom was like, I don't love this. However, go ahead. I'm not buying you these things with my money. But okay. And then Kingdom Hearts happened, and we almost had an issue. Because obviously my mom liked Disney, right? We did Disney things all the time. But they used the verbiage in one of the commercials. They said Trinity. And my mom did not understand, because this is after her stopping playing video games. She was like, that's not a Trinity, and you're not getting that, and this is a mess. And I was like, no. You need to understand. We need to deep dive into this, because if I don't do Kingdom Hearts, can you imagine me not liking Kingdom Hearts?
I cannot.
We can't. No, we couldn't do that. So my mom eventually understood, but like there was a lot that the church was like, no. Instead of like having a conversation, which is seeming to be a theme. But what's weird is that I was allowed to get Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, you must have fallen into the like the parents just didn't know what it was situation. They're like, yeah, my kid likes these. Go ahead. Here. Marcus without Kingdom Hearts is like me without Xenoblade. Empty. I wouldn't be empty. I just would, not have very good childhood memories.
To be honest, I'm still upset that a rhythm game for Kingdom Hearts.
A rhythm game what?
I'm still upset that the rhythm game Melody of Memories is a canon storyline.
Yes, there's stuff at the end. Dude, I have it, and I'm scared to play it on stream because I'm afraid that Twitch is going to be like, this music, no. You can't music on Twitch anymore.
There's something about rhythm games being canon that just doesn't register in my mind and just doesn't make sense to me.
So it's not that the musical parts are canon. The musical parts are the gameplay that's imposed upon you, but it's really the idea of you going back through Kairi's memory and what is being told to her and what she remembers, right? It's just, they're taking liberties with the storytelling.
Gotcha. I'm still not a fan of rhythm games in
But
general.
that's fair. I love rhythm games, and it's definitely taking a page from Theatrhythm, which is all Final Fantasy music, and I was like, this is great. I'm trying to see what it wants me to do. Oh, okay. I have to infiltrate.
Yep.
Stealthy.
Yeah, because I saw somebody standing at the door. It looked like a night guy.
It's somewhere.
This is the only time that your main objective is not to be an ordinary student.
Yeah, right. So
You keep going.
okay. Wait a second. I gotta think about.
You're not gonna
this
run
now.
into it, guys.
Oh, I'm not gonna run into anybody.
Not yet.
See. Oh, there's somebody.
He's just there to be there.
I can't turn and actually see. They're not knights. We have left fantasy behind, and it looks like he's a dude in an overcoat. But I
He's a
can't turn my
security guard.
camera. Oh, okay. I guess I want to go up. I kind of want to... There's no benefit to exploration right now, right?
Nope.
Okay.
See it.
I'm just going to leave this on as I run around, just like I do in Batman. Oh!
Hey,
The open window.
Pretty far drop. We'll be able to get back out. Don't worry, I have a rope. Oh, good. Because I have not made anything. I haven't
I
made
got a-
lockpicks.
How suspicious.
It's moving. Palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out. Okay. All right, but wait, hold on a second. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back. I had a cool just waiting screen, and it had music and stuff, but then OBS broke, and I have to reset it up. But I'll be right back. Pee time. Yo, everybody pee. Everybody hydrate. Take a moment. Dan
Done.
and Dave, I leave it with you. Entertain for a second.
Fair.
Fair. So how you been doing?
Well enough, I suppose. Can't really talk about it here. This is too much of a public presence.
Fair. I ended up
Shit later about it.
what do you think of my Jonah story from earlier?
It honestly kind of caught me off guard. Never heard it expressed like that.
It's just like, oh, you don't want to go to Nineveh? Bet. You're going in a whale.
It's really hard for me to think of him talking like that. Tell you the truth, I never really understood the terminology of bet myself. I've been out of the loop.
What, bet?
I really don't understand what it means.
So it's kind of like an idea of like, it's like another way of saying okay, like in response to somebody saying something like, okay, you're going in a whale. Like it's
Okay.
just kind of like a response to somebody saying something, I guess.
Now it's starting to make a little more sense.
Other people use it like, oh, for real? Type of thing. Kind of like if you say something shocking, I would be like, "Oh, for real?" It's like, "Oh, bet."
I could see that. Okay.
It's like, "God, the zebra's boring." Bet. Here's some stripes.
I can't with you.
Have to come back.
Can't be a title of the painting. Do you think it's the artist's name? Yo, does he like capture people's not talent,
Souls.
their inspiration, like their spark, like from Soul?
You'll find out. Gotta keep looking at the painting.
Either.
I've only watched like 2 episodes of Soul Eater, and I can't remember why.
Could it be because it's Halloween all the time?
No, I think that's rad, and I also think it's cool that they turn into weapons. Like it's cool that that kid's a scythe.
Would
Oh,
it have to do with Blair?
uh,
That's part of the reason I stopped rewatching it.
well, that was awkward. And then the kid, the kid with the half hair, he's got twins, and their guns. That was weird. I think it was just a story that didn't attach to me. I think.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think Soul Eater's kind of an acquired taste, and the manga definitely kind of does it better, I think.
So going back to like the whole music conversation, like that actually is part of the reason why I like JoJo so much, is that it is a million music references in like a single episode, basically.
I did notice like REO Speedwagon. I was like, that's funny.
It gets even better later on. Like, there's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. There's Limp Bizkit. There's IG.
That's funny.
I can feel
The
it.
funniest thing about it is the localized named versions, because all these names and stuff are copyright. So when they localize the text for subtitles, they have to change the names.
Focus.
And you can imagine how funny some of these things are. Like Limp Bizkit turns into Flaccid Pancake.
No.
Yes.
Oh no.
It's somewhere.
And that's just for America or just for Japan?
That's for America. When they decide to ever like English dub, if they get to that part,
Hey,
they'll make it Flaccid Pancake. Same thing with Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. They changed it to Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price.
I can appreciate the Wish version. I can appreciate it being off brand. That's
The
funny.
Kids Bop.
Oh no.
Damn it.
There's another one for Coco Jumbo, if you know that reference.
No.
But they changed it to Coco Large.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
who
it.
that is. It had me at classic rock, but when you start going off the wall, I don't know. What was the name of... Okay, so for JoJo, I've seen I think the first 2 JoJos. Right?
JoJo.
What was the name of the guy for JoJo number 1? What was the name of the teacher?
Caesar. Senior.
Caesar Zappelli.
Zappelli. Yep. Okay. I was thinking, was it something? Was that a band name? No.
Zeppelin.
I just said Caesar Senior.
I'm not excited about these things that look like they're going to be electric walls. This one has a full name.
They're going to be electric balls.
There's another reference to Spice Girls, and the localized name is Spicy Lady.
That's funny. Did you listen to Spice Girls?
Only a little bit.
It's somewhere.
Yeah.
I got introduced to Spice Girls from Chicken Little.
What?
There was that one song that they were singing in the karaoke, and it was Spice Girls.
Guys, I don't think I watched Chicken Little.
That's after he won the baseball game.
Yeah, I don't think I watched. I think I only know.
It was the If You Want to Be My Lover song.
Really? No, I would have remembered that. I only know One Little Slip. I guess there was a music video that played on Disney a lot.
So Green Day is also in JoJo, but the localized name is Green Tea.
Green tea.
One of my favorites though is Bad Company gets changed to Worse Company.
Fair. So these are all the people that he taught.
Who's Zapelli?
Is Madarame. Madarame. Whatever.
You're talking about the game act.
Yeah, the game.
Yeah, these are all of Madarame's pupils.
And Yusuke has a big picture with features, because everybody else is sort of blurred out, because I guess we haven't met them. And then Yusuke's over here with a full, like, he took this with his iPhone.
Because he's the focus. Like, he's the current focus of Madarame.
Oh no. He's got pamphlets in his mind.
Joker!
A museum
essentially-
guide.
Essentially, the idea of Madarame is that he uses his students' art and passes it off as his own.
I see. Okay, so this is gonna make me upset too, because he's gonna be one of those mentors that really pours into somebody, and then they feel like they don't have any agency.
The thing about Yusuke and the thing about all of these people that Madarame uses is that he acts like a father figure to them. And they grow to care for Madarame, and they grow to want to please Madarame. And so they allow him to take their art.
Now we gotta take him out. I don't like him.
Beat him up.
Basically, he manipulates the emotions of his pupils to make himself famous, basically.
Gross. I hate it. So far, both of these, like, major people, both of these major people are, like, my sore spots, my, like, what's wrong with you?
So the running theme of the palaces, just so that you have an idea, is the 7 deadly sins.
The infinite
Okay.
So obviously Kamoshida was lust,
created with his own
and
funds.
so I think Madarame is considered
ideas to the
greed.
director for the
Yeah,
rest of their
I think greed.
lives. Those who cannot do so
Later
have
on,
no
I think
worth
that one
living.
guy is more of a greed type.
Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
I won't spoil
Damn it! What a phony geezer!
Let me look it up.
In other
No,
words,
greed is the
these
next
works are his
palace.
property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students
Well, it is
in exchange for
technically the
securing their livelihood.
Fourth circle.
I wondered about those
If you wanna
portraits
go
on
there.
display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
He's treating them
He's
like
vanity.
slaves or tools.
Ah.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's
Yeah,
got no
greed is the
reason to
next
cover this
palace,
up.
and then this palace is
He
vanity.
did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still,
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted
Actually, according to this
strange.
wiki,
Maybe
greed
that piece was
is
plagiarized
later
too.
down the line, and
what's the
the
call?
next one
Ain't
is
this enough
glut,
to target Madarame?
Oh.
which is weird because the next one is about money, but it's like that weird thing where it's like
We
greed
should confirm these facts with Yusuke
and
first.
gluttony at the same time because he's a
Confirm what,
glutton for
though?
money,
It means we should
can
get
see that.
solid evidence
but
that
that's
such
also
crimes actually took
considered
place.
being greedy.
What a
Weird.
pain in the ass.
He really
Besides,
wants
there's
the
too
money.
much we don't know
Needs
about
to
Madarame
consume
yet.
it in some way.
I'll try contacting
He's like those
Kitagawa-kun.
JG
I might be able
Wentworth
to get
commercials.
the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Gluttony is right. I
You're
get them
gonna
mixed
do
up.
that?
Mm.
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
Famous from
The exciting thing
Downgarden
is
style.
that Shin Megami Tensei
This might be
is
tougher
getting
than
remade
Kamoshida.
and
Well,
being
we'll just
released in
prep
May.
ourselves until we get
I
confirmation
heard
from
the
Yusuke.
first
This
one,
our
or
first
is it a
mission as
specific
real
one?
Phantom thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
I'm looking it up right now.
Mm.
Hmm.
Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them?
Deep question.
I would like to think that I have the ability to see through crap. But if it's somebody that you care about, you make a whole lot of allowances no matter who you are.
I think it's Shin Megami Tensei 3 is getting remade,
Mm.
which, from what I have heard, is one of the better ones. And it's going to be an interesting change of pace compared to the Persona games because Shin Megami Tensei is the parent of Persona, basically.
Mm-hmm. According to Kitagawa-kun, I would say Kitagawa, not however she said it. Kitagawa. She said Kitagawa. And maybe that's right, but I feel like it's not.
Kitagawa-kun?
Characters actually says it in a cutscene, then you'll get it.
Yeah.
I think the American version of these names is like Kitagawa, whereas a lot of the names are just like super fast read, like Kitagawa-kun.
Mm-hmm. See, I
But
feel like
in
it's.
in
it
our head
might
we
be
see
me.
like two words.
Mm-hmm. It might be me that's wrong because the way that I'm learning Japanese is very like, this is what the syllables are and this is how they sound. So like I always separate them in my head. So it could be Kitagawa. You know what I mean? Like, because the whole of Japanese language is not all very slow like that. Sometimes it's very quick. So I'm just very used to breaking down what I see so that I can identify it.
Well, it's kind of like Amamiya.
Yeah,
Because
right. Or Takamaki.
In the anime, they call it Amamiya-kun, but we see Amamiya
Mm-hmm.
as the last name. But then you have the obvious ones like Sakamoto, because there's no real way to speed that up.
Well, they say Sakamoto.
Yeah, it's a comic.
I hate them even more.
So I'm like, is it correct or is it them hiring voice actors that don't know Japanese?
Probably. It's probably that the voice actors just don't know Japanese.
But like, I can't. It's weird for me to think that that's the reason, and then the people who produce the game don't correct it. You know?
But at the same time, like, they have to know some sort of Japanese because Yusuke, read by somebody who doesn't know Japanese, would probably say Yasuki.
Right. Or Sasuke would be Sasuke. That's how I remember how to spell those names. If it sounds like Sasuke, Yusuke, Daisuke, I'm always like, that's Suke.
The thing that I don't understand is why do people call Naruto Naruto?
I'm gonna make him pay.
I feel like that's
Like-
because people are American.
Like, it sounds like they replaced the T with a D, and it's weird because it's like water.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like an accent thing.
Mm-hmm. It's like Pokemon versus Pokemon. Pokemon. I can't even say it wrong.
Pokemon and Pokemon.
Pokemon. Or yeah, people say Pokemon, right? Accent on the E instead of Pokemon.
Some people do. If I remember, like, the song goes like Pokemon.
It's on Spotify.
That they say Pokemon in the show. Actually, in the very beginning, Ash is like Pokemon. Like, he says it weird, and then as it goes on, they say Pokemon, and for some reason, I guess people latch on to what they think the song says, because Pokemon, and it does the musical accent, but I don't know how that translates into E. Pokemon.
I mean, can we also realize that the first season of Pokemon, Ash had the deepest voice he would ever have?
It's true.
True.
Yeah.
Like, he reversed puberty.
He doesn't
Because
puberty.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost. He's dead for sure. And
He is-
he should be like 20 something at this point.
Yes.
What's the rumor that he's in a coma and all of this is in his head?
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that because people say that for every show. People said that for Adventure Time. People said that for Gravity Falls. People said that for Rugrats. That Angelica is in a coma and all of the babies are different parts of her.
That's so weird.
I was like, why? Why did you need to make that kind of backstory for Rugrats?
Then there's those awkward moments when you realize what Peter Pan's actually about.
What is Peter Pan actually about? I'm scared to ask.
Peter Pan is actually about, like, Peter Pan is kind of like a reaper, and he brings the lost boys, the lost children, to Neverland.
Because they're dead?
Yeah.
Hey!
I don't like that. It's closer to what Once Upon a Time made it sound like, though. Is that like the grim fairy tale?
I'm not sure. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but the idea is that they're lost boys because they lost their lives. The parents lost their kids,
Mm-hmm.
so they're lost boys. And so technically, another theory is that Wendy's dead.
Oh.
Come on, man.
That just makes me sad.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, Wendy didn't have a good time no matter what. Like, she thought that she was being whisked away to this magical thing, and Peter Pan ignores her. And I'm pretty sure that when she gets kidnapped, he's like, oh well. the mermaids tried to kill her because they're like, Peter, look at us, aren't we great? And you brought her. They tried to kill her.
Peter was like,
Sorry.
Peter would be like, bet.
Hey,
That whole movie is whack. You're not wrong. I went back. Did I rate that movie? Because we got through
Wait,
that era.
how about the Grimm brothers version of The Little Mermaid? That's crazy.
That's really sad.
hey,
Because I like The Little Mermaid.
She sews her legs back together to try to become a mermaid again.
Yeah. And eventually she just turns into foam.
Yeah.
I said
Seafoam.
that Peter Pan was a fun isekai.
I believe it.
And Tink is the worst.
Turns out Peter Pan is in the realm of that time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Jeez.
That I could also believe.
Yeah, I put down that Tink is the worst, and it's amazing that Disney let her become like one of the faces of Disney. Because all throughout Peter Pan, she's nothing but jealous and vindictive and evil towards anybody who looks at Peter. But then Disney is like, yeah, she can light up our castle. My biggest Disney theory is that Alice from Alice in Wonderland has schizophrenia, and the whole movie is her going through life and everything around her represents something. Ooh. Ooh. Alice in Wonderland is a fever dream.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you that theory is a lot deeper than the one about how Frozen, Tarzan, and what's the other movie, Little Mermaid, are all connected by a boat.
That I subscribe to that. I think that could be true. But if you believe that, that means that Tarzan is Elsa's brother.
True.
Okay, let's go.
Do I have any big
I thought
Disney
it would just
theories?
be you,
Oh,
Takamaki-san.
you know what? I watched the thing. I've fallen in love with this YouTube channel that goes into defunct like TV shows and whatnot.
Stop making
They
such
just
odd
recently did a
assumptions.
Carmen San Diego
I have
episode, which I was like,
absolutely no interest in
that's
marrying
awesome.
someone of the
But
opposite
I
sex.
watched them do
Is there a problem?
the Adventures of Alice in Wonderland when Disney rebooted it to be like a 90s show. And
Let's get
it's
started.
kind of insane because they made Alice like sort of like, if you've ever seen Clarissa Explains It All or Sabrina the Teenage Witch, she has an issue at the beginning of it is top tier content. She has an issue at the beginning of every episode and she's like, what am I gonna do about it? I know. Walks through her looking glass and then they play it out
This isn't what we
in Wonderland with all the characters who have been updated to be 90s. And then she comes back to her room and she's like, Dinah. She talks to her cat and she's like, this is all I have to do. And the cat doesn't care. The show was great, right? And you wouldn't like know the issues that it went through if you grew up with it. But like, that was really, really hard for them, but also really, really fun. It turns out that there's a hidden episode, one that will never see the light of day, guaranteed, because they have the white hair, the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. He's a simp for O.J. Simpson. It's really awkward. The episode was called White Rabbits Can't Jump. and he lost the jumping contest. So he imagines OJ Simpson as a coach to come help him learn the jump, and still loses. But like this entire time, OJ Simpson is there being encouraging,
Just existing.
it's weird. And then the ending, he like really shows up for real. The Red Queen invites him to judge the contest or whatever, and he's like talking to his imagination like, how are you in two places at once? And OJ's like, I'm not, I'm in your imagination. And then he gets an award from the real one. It's weird, but this was like right at the time when OJ Simpson was accused of all of his stuff, and they were like, we gotta shut this down. This will never see the light of day. That was insane to me. I posted it in the Discord today.
Yes, I see. It must have been a little before my time.
Who do you think you're talking to?
It was like they recorded it in the 80s, and I think it started playing in 1991. So yeah.
91, you said?
Mm-hmm. I think.
That's 2 years before me.
Are you done?
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
Oh, you
No,
can't get
not at all.
inspiration.
It's just I'm having trouble
There should be
staying
medicine for
focused
that.
today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
I think
Oh,
there's medicine for
hell
that.
no! How many
It's
hours
like,
do you think you
go
made us
read a
wait?
book, go for a walk. Something to get the creative
I'm
juices
sorry.
flowing.
We had another reason for seeing you today.
Would you give up
We
your
needed
sense
to
of
talk
taste
to
and
you.
smell for $1 billion?
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
No.
No.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
I don't have any senses that I would willingly give up.
I knew it.
Your sensei
I probably
seriously
would
messed
do the
up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll
Ooh.
make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork.
Oh.
Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude, still.
Kitago-kun,
God, all these cats are so
Then
cute
why
and
are you
adorable.
sticking
Bet,
around?
make one
All
bigger and
his
make
other
it angry.
pupils ran away.
Stop
Aren't you the
it.
only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing yourself.
Give up taste because smell is 90% taste. But like, I like my senses.
In my mouth?
I enjoy
The thing-
food way too much to just like eat to survive. You know what I mean?
So my mom actually lived the past 15 years without being able to smell. And she recently was given medicine that gave her her sense of smell back.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about smell is that if you can't smell or if you're congested, everything tastes different.
I believe it.
You can't taste things the same way when
Mhm.
you're congested, when you have a stuffy nose, or if you just can't smell at all.
Yeah.
And so the wildness of being able to finally taste things for how they actually taste after 15 years is like crazy.
Mm-hmm. I was worried at the beginning of like the whole world shutting down because people were losing their sense of taste. I was like, please no. I don't want to lose it, please. So he's trying to protect his mentor. I get it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like he needs to know the truth, like this is stealing, but I'm also want to like, is he the kind of guy who you should be like, are you okay with this? Because everything else he's gonna like
change. None of these answers really change the story. It's just the thing with Joker when it comes to conversations outside of hanging out with confidants. It's really just pertaining to what you prefer Joker to be.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, are you okay with this? Look, forget about him for a second. Are you good?
And he just says,
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that? Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Then you leave me with no choice.
he sounds like he's from New Jersey.
Hey!
I'll sue ya.
I'm reporting you to the police.
I sued Taco Bell because I ate half a dozen chalupas and I got fat.
Never calling you two here.
What the F, man?
How about that one lady who
Yuji, stop it!
sued McDonald's
Calm
because
down,
their
okay?
coffee cup did not have a warning hot
won't
label
report you.
on them, and she won.
Only under
Yeah.
one condition.
Now everybody has it
What's
says
that?
hot.
I want you to continue
Caution
being my
hot.
model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me,
Sir.
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
What?
Nude?
Must be my nude
Do you
model.
think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model?
Sir.
Of course, you two won't be
Yes.
allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
But that's...
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely.
Sir.
I should buy more art supplies.
Will you give me a
Isn't it
second
really
here?
awkward knowing that Matt Mercer is the
course.
voice behind all
I'm
of this?
willing to wait. I'll make time
No.
according to your plans. But please come before
Not
the
after
exhibit
watching
ends.
some Critical Role.
No, that's not what I mean! Why
True.
are you not listening?
Sensei will be returning home soon. We're done for today.
See, the main thing I know
Takamaki-san,
Matt
I'll
Mercer
be waiting
from
for you to contact me.
is
No,
Like,
no, no! We are
him
not
being
done
the
talking
great-
here!
and
Hey,
a few other
what
things.
should we do?
So I'm still not used to Matt Mercer being this way.
Mm. He also does a voice in Kingdom Hearts, which is nice.
He got us good this time.
Don't
Which
give
one
up
is he
so
in Kingdom Hearts?
easily!
I forget his name. He's the unicorn.
Is she done being a model?
A cat?
Era.
Yes.
Moron.
He's totally out of his mind!
I want to say
I'm gonna have to
Yusuke
post
is
nude if this keeps up.
kind of the Master
dare that
Roshi
Yusuke.
of the group.
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on, dude.
Somewhat perverted, but never actually does anything
Nudity?
about it.
Lady Ann's gonna...
Drop it!
You know,
Because you know there
we
has
won't have
to
to
be a
worry
Master
about that
Roshi
if
in
we
every
make
single
Madarame
anime
confess
adaptation
before
of
the
anything
exhibit
ever.
ends.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he
Pretty
owes his
much.
life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
All of them progressively just get worse
And Lady Ann, you're fine with bearing it all?
until you get Meliodas from Seven
I
Deadly
am
Sins.
not!
Madarame's no
I
different
would
from
like there to be
Kamoshida.
one that actually gets
That
better
asshole's
with time.
using Yusuke who
I think
doesn't
that
have
would be a
parents.
nice
You're
change.
telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated?
Well, the problem
horribly
is
like the other
that, like,
pupils?
No.
When I say they get worse, is
It
that
is
every
frustrating to
single
leave us
time that
alone,
somebody tries to
even if
copy like a
Kitagawa-kun was
Master
fine with it
Roshi, is
himself.
that they just
You
infinitely
can't
get
leave it
more
be because
perverted
you've endured a lot
to the
yourself.
point where Meliodas
With
is
Kamoshida.
the Master Roshi
Yeah.
character, but
Anyways, we gotta go
instead
after
of
this
being
guy.
like
Madarame's the
hands
kind of
off
target we've been
pervy,
waiting
he's
for.
like
Let's help
full
Yusuke
on
come to his
groping
senses
pervy.
too, before he ends up like us.
Weird.
Yep,
Right.
weird.
We need to look into Madarame first.
Yeah. It's
There
weird.
might be tons more
It's
stuff
even
that
more
hasn't
weird
been
when you
exposed
realize
yet,
that
too.
Meliodas is a
It
3,000 year
may
old
become easier for us to
uh,
investigate his palace if he's preoccupied
different
with his
race
exhibit.
of being, and
Also,
the
there's
person
the
he's
thing about
groping
me
is
modeling.
also
Tagawa-kun
technically
said
3,000
there'd
years
be
old, but is
inconveniences unless he
reincarnated as a
submits a new
16-year-old girl.
piece. Maybe that's going to be announced
Well
soon
then.
as Madarame's
See,
next work.
my my experience with anime didn't prepare me for people's view of anime, right? That's people's view of anime. But I'm over here with the ones that I mentioned, and I didn't understand that people thought or saw that way. You know what I mean? My experience with Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball was Toonami's edit. So like, I was not connected to that kind of thing. So when people were started to point all the stuff out, I was like, oh, I am truly a 4 kids kid.
It's not just that, it's just that we're less aware because we just don't care. It's like, ignorance is bliss, basically, when you're
No
a kid.
way.
And,
No.
cause like,
We
even
must deal
normal
with Madarame,
cartoons,
no matter what,
like,
before his exhibit ends.
SpongeBob had a
Let's start
lot
after
of
school
stuff in
tomorrow.
it.
Oh, it'll be
Or
a pain if Miss President finds
Jimmy
us on the
Neutron
rooftop
had a
again,
lot of
so-
stuff in it that,
Where to meet
when you
up?
look back,
Let's see.
it's questionable.
I guess that walk
like,
place in
yeah.
Shibuya would
quote
work.
by
It's
Jimmy's
near
dad
Madarame's
where he
place,
said,
too.
one time I sat
Changing our
on a
hideout
banana and it
periodically,
changed
huh?
my life.
That's a plan I don't mind backing.
He said that?
I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened.
I've also been like kind of, my mindset is also different because like I grew up with Ren and Stimpy and Cow and Chicken.
Like the ordinary stalking fish.
Not really kid friendly.
No problem.
Oh,
They got
sorry.
problematic
I should have been more clear. I'm actually
sections.
looking for people that know Madarame's
Also,
pupils.
Rocco's Modern
There's this
Life,
painter,
Rocco was a
Sayuri, that
sex
supposed to be
phone
stolen in the
operator.
past.
Yes,
This room
he sure was,
by
but
one of his pupils in retaliation.
10-year-old me didn't know that.
Have you heard anything about that?
It's one of those things that just flies over your head.
Yeah, it's amazing how it's like you don't,
There's no
it doesn't
case
get
unless you're
caught because
supposed
kids
to,
don't
there's
catch
no
it.
proof
It's for the
that it is.
parents to
I can't
catch.
write either. Looks like I'm back to square one.
That's the true nature
Sorry
of
for
cartoons.
taking
It's
your time.
actually it's not to entertain the kids, it's to keep the
I'm a
parents focused
journalist.
on what
If you
is
ever get
entertaining.
any leads, mind contacting me here?
I think that backfired.
See you then.
Nah.
I guess
Too
we should go
angry
home for
beavers.
today.
Yo, Angry Beavers was great. I loved Angry Beavers.
And kids next door. Parents are gross. Adults are mean.
Hello?
Oh, he called me.
Actually,
Somebody who had a change of heart wants to talk to me about having other people's heart changed.
So you probably
used to it.
missed this about one of the Mementos people that you fixed,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a student of Madarame.
Oh, the bully.
Yes.
see you.
Either the bully or the first one you did, I can't remember.
Gotcha. Sounds like a student of his offed himself when he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work. Dude. Yikes.
Remember when I said that it goes from 0 to 100 real fast?
It was the first one.
That was just the first.
I see. Oh wait, we have a new hangout? The passageway in Shibuya.
Yeah, it's that little overpass that you've been kind of like seeing cutscenes in recently.
Oh.
Well then.
Did you guys ever watch the now I'm thinking about Defunct Land and all the things that they talk about? They have you seen the Carmen Sandiego stuff?
I
Nope.
have not.
Dang. I know the game show was like before us. And like I think it was reruns that I watched. But then they had a cartoon show that was like it was Scooby-Doo, but you know, it was with people trying to catch Carmen instead.
We had a computer game that was about Carmen Sandiego.
Yes. I had Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. That I think that's still on YouTube if I looked it up. I might have to play that in my retro games.
The one computer game I played way too much was the Scooby-Doo Egypt one, if you remember that one.
No, I've never played a Scooby-Doo game.
You have to play Scooby-Doo Night of a Thousand Frights
Ooh.
for one of your retro games.
Okay.
I mean, it's PS2, but it's...
PS2 was over 20 years ago now, I think, right? Or 18?
Hey.
It's 2021. Kingdom Hearts was 2002. So yeah, like it's 18, 17 years ago?
The Scooby-Doo game I played on the computer was called Jinx at the Sphinx, where it was like one of those mystery, like find the item in the area clue games. I played it way too much when I was a kid. Scooby-Doo was like the main show that I grew up with for the most part.
Which one?
I want to it was the one before What's New Scooby-Doo.
What was before? Was it like the older animation?
I remember.
Yeah, the one where the Black Knight was the first episode. They had like the Harlem Globetrotters in another episode.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's basically where Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yeah, it's Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yeah.
The one I grew up with.
But you you grew up with the ones where they had real people as guests.
Yeah.
That was like right before they changed it to, I think they went from that to nothing for a while, and then it was a pup named Scooby-Doo, which I was way into.
Yeah, I watched a pup named Scooby-Doo too. Do you remember Baby Looney Tunes too?
Yes! I loved that. And Muppet Babies. I liked it when they made the characters young. There was the Flintstone Kids. That was sick. Tom and Jerry Kids. Sick.
I remember when Tom and Jerry and the Magic Ring came out, I think it was called. That was like one movie that like stuck with me as far as Tom and Jerry goes.
Yeah.
Then you go back to try to watch these and then you're like, why did I like this?
I don't think that's true for all of them. You could probably still go back and watch, well, I say that and then I remember Code Lyoko, so I don't know. I don't know. It depends on how much you liked it, because I can still go back and watch Reboot and not have any issue.
There was this other video game that I remember. It was at the height of Neopets, if you remember Neopets. And
Yep.
they made a PS2 game called Neopets and the Darkest Fairy.
I didn't know
where
that.
you played as a Lycan who wanted to be a knight in like noble times in the Neopets era. And like in the Neopets world. It was like an open world Neopets game.
So I know of Neopets and I can visually picture them because like I was learning to draw at the time. So I drew the little dragon dude with the red dragon with a curled tail. I drew him a lot, but I didn't play Neopets.
Oh, I didn't either. I don't know how I ended up getting that game. I forget because I never really touched Neopets as a kid, but it just somehow stuck with me because it was probably one of the harder games I tried to play as a kid.
See,
and also I was a big scaredy cat as a kid because everything terrified me.
Okay.
That's fair. I wasn't into those games like the whole Neopets to Club Penguin. Wait, I take it back. There was a very short moment in my life where I played MapleStory.
16-year anniversary just happened
Welcome
yesterday.
to our new hideout.
I don't remember how I started or why I stopped, but I vividly remember the characters and like
Furthermore,
that was, I think, my first introduction to playing anything online like that.
what? We'll need to do what we did with Kamoshida.
Are you telling me y'all didn't play Wizard 101? No, because every time I saw a commercial, I was like, this is a scam, isn't it? This looks real scammy.
We steal it.
I did play Wizard 101. I never
Madarame
bought
doesn't know that we were
Wizard
doing stuff in the
101.
house yet?
I
We already
also
get
played
treated like criminals
Toontown
in there.
back when it was good.
Nope, didn't do that either, but I knew it existed.
Well done.
I don't know why MapleStory caught me. Like, not even RuneScape got me. It was MapleStory, and that was
Or
it.
maybe he's just super
I thought
salty from all those
MapleStory had a
rumors
good
that have been
art
spreading
style.
about him.
Maybe that
I
was
see
it.
ads for
Palace
I
being
see
so
ads for
crazy
it
had nothing to
sometimes.
do with us.
Are you
I
guys
still
telling
kinda
me you
want
never
Either way,
played
We
Adventure
should stay on our
Quest?
best behavior. It'll
What
be
is
harder
that?
for us to steal the treasure if we needlessly
It
increase
was
the
an
security
old
level.
We need to be
browser
careful of
game
Kitagawa-kun this
that
time too.
was.
I'm sure that whatever he sees will
It's
just get
hard
passed
to
on
describe.
Madarame.
It looks
That's
terrible now,
Hey,
but
what is
Adventure
Madarame's treasure
Quest.
going to look like anyway?
it was a lot of fun when I
Another
was a kid.
crown?
I doubt that, but my sixth sense will
An
know.
online
See.
RPG for free?
Oh yeah, you go completely nuts, huh?
Our time limit is when the exhibit ends, right? That means...
No, see,
June
this
5th.
looks equally as scammy.
Carry out the plan after we've sent out the calling card. So our infiltration route.
It
will
gives
need
me
to be
those
set in stone
vibes
2
of,
days
you know,
prior
the
on June
ads
2nd.
that are
Now listen here. We
on
can't
apps
mess this
now
up,
where
no
you're
matter
solving a
what,
puzzle, you gotta pull a
okay?
pin and the guy gets either coins or lava.
I hate those commercials.
That's what it gives me, those vibes. And I've never trusted them.
Well, this game was actually like there was like a membership for it, but you didn't have to get the membership at one point. Like you were able to do a full-on free play version of the game, but then there were sections. There were like special missions and stuff like that that required you to be like a member, which back in the day it was like a guardian was called the member. I remember Adventure Quest ended up spawning like 4 different versions of itself. One being Dragon Fable, another one being Adventure Quest Worlds, which is more of like a sprite type character create MMORPG, and then there was another one called Mecha Quest, where it was Gundam, basically.
Yeah.
It was the Wish version of Gundam.
I would have hated that. I was not into mecha anime for the longest time. Only Power Rangers. Everything else I was like, nah. Gundam, nah. Zoids, eh. Voltron, no thanks. Evangelion, nah.
Ouch, man.
I know. I'm sorry. I was very close-minded, and I only wanted fantasy at that time.
That's okay.
Did you ever watch Darling in the Franxx?
I think I watched like one episode.
And then you realized it's Butt Gundam, so then you stopped watching it?
No, but somebody surely did describe it to me in that way, and I was like, huh.
I actually almost cried at that anime. Like, it's really depressing and really sad.
Not a lot does that to me. Like, the ending of Full Metal Alchemist did that to me. And I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I can't think of a single anime that's made me cry.
Oh, ooh, Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April had me misty more than once. And that's on Netflix now. Great for musicians.
People crying? I don't know anything about Promised Neverland, though.
Probably crying because their favorite characters are getting eaten alive or something.
Fair. There's also what is the really pretty one that people keep telling me to watch? That's really sad. No. Violet Evergarden.
Oh yeah.
People tell me that is a tear jerker.
It definitely is, but it still hasn't made me cry.
So am I going to the palace now?
You can if you want. I'd say go in, do what you can to get through it.
Okay,
But
let's go.
it's up to you for as long as however long you want to keep streaming.
I like the idea of going to the palace and handling the palace as early as possible, and then not having to worry, and then, you know, doing the world building later.
You should definitely go into the jail cell and look at the next couple DLC personas for you to pick up.
Got it. Ending of Little Witch isn't sad, but I do get choked up. Not like tear choked up. Yeah, so there's a lot of anime that make me go, ooh, I feel that. I feel something. And I'm like, not a lot has drawn tears from my eyes. I would even say that the Full Metal Alchemist was more, I am misty. Tears did not fall.
You don't look like a water gym leader.
I'm not. Definitely not.
You should be able to go into the jail cell right there.
Do you need something?
I like when she's at the door because she doesn't kick me into it. It
Dan, I don't
stresses
know if
me
you've ever
out.
noticed this, but the hats on Justine and Caroline, you'll get this because you know what happens with them later, but their hats spell oxymoron.
Oh, I did not notice that. That's clever.
Now.
They're going over basically how you're going to raise the confidant ranking of the Twin Wardens.
Oh.
The way it works is that you have to bring a specific persona with a specific skill to them and register it with them, and it'll increase your rank.
Well, they both ask for things I've never seen.
Listen up, inmate.
They want you to make a Jack Frost with Mabufu as a skill.
Farewell.
It's
Okay.
an upgraded ice attack.
How goes the rehabilitation?
Create new, right?
Inmate needs our guidance.
Oh wait, it was
Change your
register.
mind? You'd like to read the compendium?
I don't have to register
You
anybody,
want to
right?
register it?
I do. I thought you were registered.
Are you sure?
Oh, he had a different condition? What does that mean? What is this condition stuff?
These are the paths you have walked.
Oh, y'all still there? Oh no, have I lost
sorry,
you?
I hit the wrong button.
Oh gosh.
The reason that you register personas over and over again is because as they level up, you have to re-register them in order to get them at their highest level. So like, if you got an Izanagi at level 18, and it was registered in the thing as level 18, which it's now registered as level 20.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you get an Izanagi at level 18, you level it up, and...
Whoa! Captain Redbeard raiding in here. Yo, thank you, sir. Let me give you a quick shout out because I was talking about really cool retro streamers before, and you are a delight to watch as well. So if you all like retro games and cool things, please, pretty please, go give him a follow. Dwarven, thank you so much for the follow. Look at this joy that you've just brought in here right now. I appreciate it. We are right now. Hi, I'm Marcus, or FleshMayFail, or Flesh, you know. Mertz, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I like to play whatever I can get my hands on. But earlier I was talking about my plan. I was inspired, and I want to... Dodge, thank you so much. Yo, look. Thank you. I want to do retro games because coming up, I have a long series with Final Fantasy X coming up. My friend is playing through it for the first time on our YouTube channel. So what I want to do is have one day a week where I am 100%ing the whole thing. In between that day that I choose, whatever it is, my other streams, I want them to be retro streams, and I want to go through the games that I've from where I started in games and sort of worked my way up. So starting with Nintendo, stuff like Super Mario and Astyanax and Daydream and Davy, things that people don't know, but I really love. I want to go through them, the retro stuff. So that's what I do right now. Other than that, I sort of just, I take requests and we hang out, in case y'all don't know. So, hello. Greetings. Thank you so much for the follows. I'm shouting out because Captain Redbeard is the best. If it's gonna let me. Let's see if it'll work. Yes. Go drop a follow. The best at dying. Oh no. You were doing X-Men and Legend of Zelda again today, right? Did you beat it? Did you do it? You said best at dying, and I'm hoping, really hoping that you did good. Of course not. It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. It's a hard game. Not terrible. It's the first one, right? It's you have been really trying though. You've been really, really, really working it out, and it's just really hard. And they don't have checkpoints. They don't hold your hand, and sometimes they don't give you patterns that you can recognize, and so you just die at dumb places, and it's frustrating. And then you need to unwind with Zelda. How was Zelda? Zelda had to be better, right? I hope it was better for you. Zelda was much better. Oh, good, good, good. You got far? Did you get, what temple are you on? Rocked by Wizrobes. Wizrobes are bad in that first game. They're not easy to get rid of. You need, do you need the big shield to reflect their stuff? Can you reflect their stuff in that game? I don't remember.
I'll be right back, Marcus. Gotta go use the bathroom.
Yeah, no problem. Dan, which of these am I getting, by the way? Do you know? Do I just get all the yellow ones?
That's what I did, but I would suggest you go for any of the Picaros, honestly. They're stronger. Like, if you
Picaro.
could get Izanagi Picaro,
Okay.
my
This
favorite.
persona?
Actually, well, my favorite is Magatsui Izanagi Picaro. That one's totally broken.
That's way up here then, right? Yeah, but they are Metroids that ate my shield. Oh, what are they called? Likes.
Likes.
The likes eat your stuff, and then you have to go buy it again. It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting when that happens.
Is this what you want?
Oh, snap. Is this what I want? Look at him. That's intense. Buy.
Fee is required.
Look at him.
It bears the power of its original owner, hence I have no doubt it will be a great boon to you. I hope so.
This
Especially
is your
since he's
power.
free. I'm down with free.
Later in the game, you'll be thankful for him.
Okay. Oh, did I do the wrong one? You said Picaro, right?
This persona?
Magatsui. Well, yeah, you could do that one.
This dude's just Tron. That's kind of sick.
I like that one, yeah.
A fee is required.
You look at his weaknesses, his strengths, what he's immune to.
Then accept this
It's pretty
persona.
awesome.
I don't know how many personas I can hold. You said the Picaro
So-
ones.
As far as the personas that you should pick up go, you don't need like both versions of Asterius. You don't need like both versions of Magatsu, Izanagi, whatever his name is. Like you can go with either the Picaro version or the normal version.
Okay.
It doesn't really. You don't need both because they're the same thing. It's just that one's a shiny
Is this
Pokemon.
what you want?
Oh boy. Yeah, anything that this thing does, it's probably going to kill me using it, right?
Probably. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Great. Let's just bring it back down. Let's get a Tsukuyomi, maybe?
This persona?
Ooh. A knight who was like, I also like cloth. Sure. We can do that, right?
A fee is required.
No, it isn't. It's free. I will take it.
Then accept this persona.
Thank you. Then I'll go back and I have to register them. No, I don't.
The ones you just picked up, you don't have to register.
Okay.
It's when they level up, you need to register them.
The
Otherwise,
inmate
you're going
needs
to
our
get them
guidance. You wish to
at the
perform
level
an
that you
execution.
originally got them
Now
at.
choose.
Okay. So, I'm level 13. None of this is going to fuse correctly.
Depends. Sometimes they fuse into lower level stuff.
They want a Jack Frost, but I have to fuse something specifically, so I'll come back for that, right?
Yeah, you'll come back for that. It's easier to get them done like later, but
Got you.
You change your mind?
with all of the more powerful personas in your arsenal, you could probably technically delete all the lower level ones. But
Okay.
that's up to you.
I will wait, because somebody might ask for something else to be fused, right? And that's my only way to improve Igor's relationship. Right?
Collecting these personas are for the twins.
Oh. So I have to fuse for Igor. That's what I mean.
Time for some rehabilitation.
No, Igor's levels up as the game progresses.
Oh, okay. So I'm out of here, right?
Yep.
Cool.
No slacking off.
I get yelled at for not slacking off, but honestly, do I get a day off? Do I ever get a day off?
No day off.
No such thing as a day off. Oops. Up you get. Should I be worried now? Are there people out?
See ya. yet.
No, I'm pretty sure you're still fine.
Okay. I'm gonna run around with my bat eye.
I have something.
Climb, climb, climb. Not gonna wake him up.
I can feel it.
I'm gonna have to get better weapons. I didn't even think about that before I came in. I bought weapons and medicine before my last palace.
God, this rope is boring. Bet, give it eyes and teeth.
You talking about snakes?
Whoa!
Thanks.
They are called nope ropes.
It's an infrared laser. Is it on right now?
Yes, but there's a green bar, which means that you can slide underneath it.
Oh no, this is a color-coded puzzle. I'm going to need all of the assistance. I'm very colorblind.
So can you not see two different colors?
No. I also, if it says that if there are lasers there, I don't see them either.
Oof. You see the black boxes on the side?
Yes.
Do you see any type of differences between the top two and the bottom one?
Oh, the boxes. Yeah, I see the bottom light looks like it's brighter.
That's your indicator, because the bottom level in that laser is green, while the top one is red. So if it's green, you'll be able to see. But
no, I can see this.
You'll be fine for the most part, because the action button will be there if you can slide underneath of it.
There are people walking around here. Ooh. Did he turn around? Oh no, he's too far. He's gonna turn around again. Hold on. Ooh. So I've got to get him. Go get him.
I'll reveal your true
And
form.
walk up to him and ambush him still.
Alright, the first move is ours!
What are you?
No weaknesses I can see.
A mummy with a boomerang?
New personas. Actually, they're not. They're seaweed?
Seaweed? I should probably just like try.
Scary how good I am.
I chose a good time to try.
It's almost scary how good I am.
Okay, so they're gloomy. What is gloomy like?
Give me a second.
Yeah. Lend me your power. Are you a human? If you are, then you should understand me, right? All right, let's calm down and talk. Take a deep breath and listen well. What if I was a human? Then what you're doing, well, it'd be a criminal act. Now, I'm supposed to say something into a gloomy person. So like Pokemon, they have like an attribute that is weak to another attribute, and for them to like be my power up, I have to say something that they like. And I don't know what that is, because I know Pokemon, I don't know this.
Likes vague answers.
Vague. Which of these is vague?
I want to say either that's true or that's unrelated.
Dan, what do you think?
I want to say unrelated, because that doesn't give a yes or no answer, but...
Yeah, I would say unrelated is probably the best bet.
Okay. Ooh, nice. throw away your life at such a young age, but there's so much fun to be had as an adult. Hey, if it's not a bother, would you tell me something? What did you want coming all the way to a place like this? These are all very specific. This is the most specific. But like,
Technically, I would say slaughter is actually the least specific because it's not saying exactly what you want to slaughter.
that sounds like semantics that the game won't understand.
It's Japan.
You're right. That's a valid point. Chat, what do you think? Which one of these is vague? A thrilling adventure? That sounds kind of vague. Anything could be a thrilling adventure if you think it is. A treasure hunt is very specific. And I'm also thinking that slaughter is specific. But you brought it up, like, slaughter what? Slaughter why? I've kind of ruled out treasure hunt. Thrilling adventure or slaughter? Chat don't know, so I guess a thrilling I'm gonna go with a thrilling adventure. When do you get the Master Sword? That's a good question. I want one. Now I want one. I'm gonna go with a thrilling adventure.
I see.
Nope, he didn't like it.
I told you it was slaughter.
I should have gone with slaughter. Man, he just gave me ointment.
Let's pull back for now.
Oof.
I just got ointment.
Not just ointment, magic ointment.
Honestly, I should have just killed him. There's another one right here? Question mark?
We can get it now.
Okay.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance to strike.
We can shoot you guys.
Looking cool, Joker. Don't move.
These guys are upbeat. Girl of the Hanging Tree. Ooh. All right, I wasn't gonna ask you this, but just do what you plan to do. Just what do you plan to do?
Upbeat likes funny.
Funny is so subjective. These aren't as helpful as I thought it would be. So what's all this about? Are you gonna give it to me?
I could tell you that they dislike serious and vague.
Okay. Well, you better make sure I'm satisfied. Don't like serious, don't like vague. What would you like? Don't toy with me is serious. And I don't understand could be vague, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, what would you like is, like, seriously taking her into consideration.
Which of these is the least serious?
Probably I don't understand, but I don't know.
Well, I didn't listen to you last time, so I'm gonna listen to you this time. Okay, see? I'm just gonna listen to David. David knows.
This will either backfire greatly or it will save you some time.
I heard that human women often trick their lovers into meeting their parents. If your girlfriend asked if you were free to have dinner with her friends, what would you say? I'd say okay. Where are we gonna eat? Let's go eat. I'd say sure. I think that alien is onto something. What are you talking about is not right, and I'm busy is serious, so I'd say sure. Yeah?
Yeah, but sure is also serious because you're taking her seriously.
She did preface it weird. She was like, okay, so girls like to trick significant others. And I'm like, okay. But if you're already dating, if she's already your girlfriend, why would you say no to dinner?
I have no idea. I want to say it's either sure or what are you talking about?
Dan, which one?
I'm just gonna say sure, honestly.
Sure it is. I ate Chipotle earlier. My answer. I sure would love some Chipotle, to be honest. A nice steak bowl sounds great right now.
Really?
Hey, sure. That's so nice. You're okay with such short notice? Well, okay. Well, this isn't about me, though. I like that way of thinking. Wait, I'm remembering something. I'm not a shadow from around here. After all, I came to deceive in the human soul. I'm Huapo. Oh, this is the start of our very long relationship. Nice. Uh-oh.
Get rid of the Bareth.
All right. Bye, Bareth.
Always go with like whatever the lowest level one is.
Love steak. Yeah, whenever I go to any sort of like taco place, Taco Bell, Chipotle, Panera, even when I went to like Don Pablo's when it was open, any of those places, I'm like, I need steak instead of your ground beef. And chicken normally ends up a little bit dry, so like steak is my option. It's my go-to.
Okay. Focus.
All right, this other dude. Oh, he's going in a... Oh, nope. Wait. Oh, I have to slide underneath. And not get caught. Oh, you're yellow.
Let's get it.
I'll reveal your true
You have higher level personas for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. I'm fighting Ballora.
persona. Go down.
Joker took one out.
Wow.
It's time. You're mine.
All enemies defeated. Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
I should have used Ryuji. Because he wouldn't have killed him. He would have just knocked him down.
Yeah.
Bummer. Sorry, Ballora.
Okay. I can feel it.
That was easy.
Now it's your turn. Oh, can't go that way.
All right.
Show me your true form.
And you guys are wind. All right, this time we're getting it right. Gloomy likes vague. Are they gloomy? Yes.
They might ask different questions though.
Okay. It's a shame if I take this seriously from the start, I wouldn't be in this sorry state. I wasn't trying either sounds a little snippy. Then get serious now sounds serious. Making excuses?
Yeah, I'd say making excuses.
Bada bing. They didn't like it.
Oh well. Some of these are hard.
Did I see your hand shaking? Are you okay? I'm a bit chilly, but I'm a little scared. Shut up! Anytime somebody says shut up, I think I hear Roxas's voice. Why do you have the Keyblade? Shut up.
I'm torn between shut up and I'm a bit chilly because I'm a bit chilly, but kind of like leaves like a sentence to be completed. But I'm a little scared. It's also like, what are you scared of?
Dan, what do you think? What's vague?
I feel like I'm a little scared would be the vaguest one.
All right, let's try it. Hey!
I see. I am thou.
Nice! We got a McCoy.
I know what Jack McCall.
I know the real McCoy. We want to get rid of
I know the real Slim Shady.
Succubus?
Yeah, get rid of Succubus.
I'm replacing the moon with Death. Isn't the moon the dude who's running the app for us?
Yes.
Who was Death again?
The doctor.
Oh, okay. So either way, we're good. I haven't visited the doctor in a while. Oops.
McCoy is an evil spirit who killed sorcerers who used black magic in Australian Aboriginal mythology. Also known
What?
to kidnap children at night and eat them.
Yo, wait a second. I have never heard of Australian mythology.
Oh, if you pause the game and go to your personas list, you can hit L2 and you can see a lore tab on every single persona that you have on you.
Hold on. Oops. Oops.
Persona 5 encompasses a large majority of if you go to stats, you press square. And then you hit L2.
L2. Evil spirits of Mernginlore, believed to be reborn shadows that kidnap children, strike down sorcerers who use black magic. Right, but you said it was Australian?
It says Australian Aboriginal mythology.
That's so cool. I've been really into mythology all my life, right? Greek mythology. It started with Hercules, right? And then I was really into Egyptian mythology and Norse mythology. You're telling me right now that there's Australian mythology?
Yeah.
I am going to be looking up so many YouTube videos tonight. It's ridiculous.
Yolngu are an aggregation of Aboriginal Australian people inhabiting northeastern Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory of Australia. Yolngu means person in the Yolngu languages. The terms Merngen and others were formerly used by some anthropologists for the Yolngu.
Ooh. There's also Space Australia? What? I'm confused.
So Persona 5 encompasses like a big majority of the different mythologies of the world. And then Persona 5 Royal expands on it, adding like Native American mythology as well.
Wow. Watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's been so long since I've seen that. So long. But I was into Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I was also into Naruto Abridged, because I have Gaara of the Funk like etched into my memory. Oh, that makes sense that it's a Jace joke. That's funny. Oh, it's a shortcut.
It's some
Wow, is that? I think Jace might have been my first introduction to an Australian accent, which is weird to think about, because he was even before. He was before I knew who the Crocodile Hunter was. That's wild.
Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
I know. If one sees me, they both see me, and that's not a fun place to be.
Eh.
You say "and now," and then I die. Well, actually,
keep forgetting that you have high-level personas that are higher level than these things.
That is true. I'm buff, and I forget.
You're swole.
We're gonna just... We don't need y'all. So we're gonna do an all-out attack now. And my personas are good. However, what I'm concerned about is them getting the first hit, because my health does not match, you know, what I carry.
Right, you don't want to get ambushed yourself, but...
Oh, he's gone.
Still.
Anybody? Ooh, ooh, ooh! Jeez! I didn't even look. I just walked. You know what's a legendary JRPG? Lunar the Silver Star? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Lunar the Silver Star. Oh. I've seen this before. PS1 game. No, it's a Sega CD game? Yo. Wait a minute. Lunar the Silver Star is a role-playing video game developed by Game Arts. Originally published in Japan, 1992. Successful release. Game was translated and localized by Working Design to release in the following year in North America. Give me a synopsis, please. Takes place in the fantasy land of Lunar, a small habitable world orbiting a massive blue barren planet known as the Blue Star, forming a loose parallel between the game's world and the Earth. The game's world and the Earth and its moon. So Lunar, Earth, and the moon. Centuries before the start of the game, the Blue Star was rendered unavailable by years of war. Unlivable. I can read. The powerful and benevolent goddess Althena relocated humanity to the Silver Star, the world of Lunar, and entrusted 4 dragons to safeguard the elements of the new world. Ooh. OG Sega CD part remake on PS1. Most people remember the PS1. The Sega CD has better music. Oh, nice. Oh, my bad. It was just like a short setting. I wasn't trying to spoil the game. My bad. My bad. Muted. All right, cool. It sounds good. I've never played anything on Sega CD. I haven't missed many game consoles, right? I missed Sega CD and I missed GameCube. But everything else, I've at least played one thing on. I need a safe room, right?
I can see it.
Let's not get caught.
I can see it.
I have a card that acts like a memory card. Oh, set up the Sega CD so I can play Lunar. Just haven't taken time to set it up. Dude, you play it and I'll watch it.
I can
I'm not seeing any safe rooms. Does this work differently?
There should definitely.
No, there's still safe rooms. It's just that you haven't come across one yet.
Gotcha.
A safe room
Ooh.
might be close by, Joker.
Would you look at that?
Ah, nice.
So I can save the game.
Use
Yeah.
this as a safe
Dude,
room.
Strength, what are you planning on playing next? Gonna
Let's do it.
save. And I'm gonna start wrapping up. Let me see. Let me see who's doing things. Yeah, I was checking with Strength to see what he was playing next, so everybody could know. Everybody needs to check out Strength. Awesome retro streamer. Who's on right now? Let's see. Is nobody on right now? That's weird.
I mean, it is 10:48 at night.
Yeah, for us, but like a few people are normally on late. That's weird. We got like huge channels on right now, and I'm not going to be like, hey, here you go, you don't know me. What up, Crank Gameplays? What up, Butterbuns? Super Butterbuns keeps putting out these awesome videos, and I'm so happy that somebody like her puts out content, especially for like Kingdom Hearts, because her opinion isn't like it's the greatest thing or it sucks and it's convoluted. She's like, here's the truth. I'm about it.
I appreciate her videos.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I should look her up because I'm very much in the group of people that says that Kingdom Hearts 3 was probably a solid 7 or 8 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10.
I agree it wasn't a 10 out of 10. I think that it still ranks highly for the way that it looks, the way that it plays. It's just unfortunate that, you know, the hype happened, so the people who have never seen any Kingdom Hearts things, they were starting to get excited about it, come in to realize that Kingdom Hearts 3 was for people who have been with the series. So like,
Yeah.
it is entry level because you can pick it up and play it and know how to play, but the story is not really entry level.
Let's be honest, the story is not entry level at all throughout the entire series, but
I think that you could jump into 2. You could jump into Birth by Sleep and you would get the story even though you wouldn't understand all the references.
to be fair, I actually played 2 before I played 1.
Okay.
So 2 ranks really highly for me, and that's why, like, I think that in order the games I enjoyed, if we're gonna take like the bulk of the games, I think that the bulk of the games are Birth by Sleep, 1, 2, Dream Drop Distance, and 3. I think that is the majority of the bulk, because everything else is kind of like side story. I don't really consider Chain of Memories all that important, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that for me, if I were to rank those games, I would put Kingdom Hearts 2, Dream Drop, 3, 1, and then Birth by Sleep as to the games that I enjoyed 1 to 5.
It's hard for me to make that list at all because I don't think I don't think I have an issue with really any of them except for Chain of Memories is not my favorite to go back and play, and 358/2 I feel like is too mission focused. It's too much like Assassin's Creed, and like it falls into the same issues that What's It Face has, Union Cross, where you can't just do the story missions. You have to go through a whole bunch of unnecessary to get there, and it's not always fun. So like, I love the story and I love Kingdom Hearts, but I don't rush back to replay those games.
I feel that. 58 has a fantastic opening.
Oh yeah, the openings always get progressively better. I still remember being just dumbfounded by 0.2's opening. I was like, wow, it's gorgeous. You're telling the story from this angle, this non-spoilery angle that I'm not going to spoil. But like, also I think 0.2 should have been just included in 3. My personal opinion, you rearrange where story beats happen in 3, and then you go back and forth between playing as Sora and playing as Aqua. I think that would have elevated the game so much.
Agreed.
I don't know. That's just me.
Personally, if Dream Drop Distance had originally been a PS4 port, I would have actually preferred to call that Kingdom Hearts 3 and then Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 4.
I don't know. I because Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance is a departure from the mainline console games, solely because they were like, let's revisit the board game stuff and let's also be Pokemon. You know? I think that their whole idea was, we're going to put the mainline ones, the ones that we have on the major systems, we want that to be all sort of similar, and we'll get weird everywhere else.
Yeah, it's just that I think that they got weird with Dream Drop, but Dream Drop still holds a lot of important story points.
You're right.
You to be 3.
Mm-hmm. You're actually
why, if I would renumber at all, I would make Dream Drop 3 and Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 4.
I can get behind that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's just because it was different that they were like, we're going to do it over here. But you're right. It does feel like a 3 story-wise.
Because that's where you find out stuff about Axel towards the end of it. That's where you find out about the whole, like, actual trying to become a Keyblade Master thing. You see some important story aspects that will build into why you're adventuring in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, you can't know why you're adventuring in Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing Dream Drop Distance.
Yep, you're right. And I think that a lot of people might have skipped it.
Yeah, because it was a 3DS game.
Sad face. But now it's everywhere. Now it's on PS4 and PC, and it's on Xbox. Right? Is the All for One collection on Xbox?
I am not sure if it's on Xbox. I do know that Kingdom Hearts got added to the Epic Game Store on PC, though.
Yeah. But, you know, paying full price for those games now when you can get all of them for less than one of those. Why would you do that? Because you're a modder. No other reason.
Basically.
And I would 100% mod, but I cannot, as much as I love it, I can't bring myself to buy all of those games for full price again.
I'm gonna turn Sora into Macho Man Randy Savage.
I just want to make my own version of Smash with Sora.
The thing that we all want and the thing that we all need, but they're not going to deliver.
I know. I want like one of the award shows to come on or one of the state of plays, and it's like, why are they showing us the ending to Kingdom Hearts 1? What is that letter in Pluto's mouth? And I want everyone to freak out. That would be so amazing. And I don't know why. You know what really irks me? Disney
And it's haha, JK.
Disney games, like, they're not fantastic, you know? Kingdom Hearts is like tops for Disney video games. So why is it that you would choose to not, you know, put your little feelers out into the world of Nintendo? You know what I mean?
So it's not necessarily that Kingdom Hearts and Disney don't want to be on Nintendo. The thing about Kingdom Hearts is that it is a Disney-owned property, and all the characters in Kingdom Hearts, minus the Final Fantasy characters, are all Disney-owned properties.
Mm-hmm.
And this includes Sora, Riku, Axel, and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're Disney-owned property. So then, one of the main concerns that people have is that if you let Sora into Smash, now Disney has a hand in Smash. And some people don't want that.
Yeah. I totally get that. I get it. But I still, it doesn't change what I want. Now, you say it like that, and I'm like, all right, I understand. You don't want Disney. Nintendo may not want Disney in their pot. Like, I can see, but if this was before Kingdom Hearts 3, it wouldn't really be an argument in my mind. I'd still be like, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense. But seeing how they handled Frozen in Kingdom Hearts 3 makes me go, oh, dang, you're right.
The other thing is that if Disney gets their hands in Smash, they could have the potential of buying Smash, which would mean that all of Disney hands is in Smash.
Yeah, and I would hate that.
And then we get the PlayStation All-Stars reboot.
See,
Disney.
But now you're making me go, would I hate that? Would that be so bad? I think Disney taking over what Smash is would be bad. But if Disney were to actually, you know, fund and put heart into a video game studio type thing, and we get a PlayStation All-Stars, quote unquote, but of Disney, what would that look like? Would we love it? Would they also be able to do like cool Marvel things that are better than Avengers? Would they also be able to do cool, like, I don't know, Jedi things? I don't know. I'm talking like I know things, but I don't know. I just really want Sora.
Smash, though, the thing about Sora being in Smash is that it's so easy to make. Like, you could literally make every special be a different drive form, and there you go. That's how you make Sora be a Smash character.
Yep.
Down B anti-form, or make his ultimate have a chance to be final form or a chance to be anti-form. And have like something different happen. And then like your base special move is wisdom form shot. Forward special is valor form. Up special is master form. Like, it's easy. You can make it work, but...
And I don't think his final Smash would even have to require Donald or Goofy or Mickey. You know, you could just do his little like Keyblade lock animation from Kingdom Hearts 2. That's more than enough for a final Smash now that they've like condensed them into almost nothing, right? Is that like a hot take?
No, I'd agree. I'm thinking that if they were to make Sora into a Smash character, I would like to see like an alternate, like between two different types of Smash Ultimate moves. Kind of like how Bowser used to have Giga Bowser be like a roaming thing.
You could control him, yeah.
Yeah, but it be like he gets his Smash Ultimate, and when he activates it, it either goes into final form or it goes into anti-form, because that's canon to the story of the game. Is like there's always a chance of it going into anti-form, except for when it goes in final form.
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, it's not just Sora that I want for Smash. Since we're talking about it, I really would like to see Crash Bandicoot. Did you hear? I saw on Twitter today that they like took the people who were working on Crash and Spyro, I think, and now they're only working on Call of Duty.
That's dumb.
Like they were bringing them back and they were getting their reboots and whatnot, and now it's just like, nope. And I was really upset.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it was on Twitter. I don't know if it's still trending. There was somebody who said like Ratchet and Clank is like the last of platformers that have survived time, you know? Because Jak and Daxter, dead. Sly Cooper, dead. Spyro and Crash, it looks like they're not gonna survive. And I'm like, but why? Why do people hate platformers? What's wrong?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, weird things. I don't know. I could honestly sit and talk about it forever, but I'm gonna end stream, I promise. And I would like to raid someone and nobody showed up. I can throw us over to Super Butterbuns, I guess. I don't know if that's against, because she doesn't know me, so she'll be like, thanks, person. You done raided me. I don't know, that feels weird. Unless y'all know somebody who needs to be raided right now.
It's a matter of whether the chat is a problem when they do raid.
If the chat's
Which
a problem.
I don't think your chat will be a problem.
No, we're not problem children.
Most of us.
Most of us. I don't know. Maybe I'll just let it. I'll let it rest right now. But y'all go check out Super Butterbuns if you don't have anything else to do. Next time I will be streaming is most likely either Sunday night or Monday night. I'm trying to get on a regular schedule and it's just been really difficult lately. But like, I would like to be on a regular schedule. So keep your eye out on things. Keep your eye out on like Twitter. I like to post there. And I will try to be as regular as possible. Things are going to come together in this stream life that I am trying to have. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everybody who followed. Thank you, Dodge. Thank you, Mertz. Thank you, Dwarven. Cap, thank you so much for your raid. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dave, for being here. Y'all rock. And I will see you guys next time.
See you, everybody.
Farewell.